Quiet on set. Picture is up. All right, roll sound.
Rolling.
Roll cameras.
Cams rolling.
And 3, 2.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Hank's Think Tank. We're in it again. Got Mark Hogan on my left.
Howdy, howdy.
That's all you got?
I'm done.
I'm doing this whole intro and that's all you, howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
Okay. Howdy, howdy from Mark Hogan. Well, we got a good podcast today. We got some interesting folks in here. We've got basically the guts of the Taylor's organization, and we'll get into what these guys do in a few minutes. But directly in front of me, I've got Alan Taylor. He is the founder and national president of the organization. I've got Ray Pennington in the center. He's the Arkansas state president. And I have Jeremy Johnson, who's the Texas state president.
Howdy, howdy.
A lot of presidents. Are there any vice presidents?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll get into all that. So,
Yeah.
I guess there's vice presidents and congressmen and everything else.
We got a board. Every chapter has a board. You know that's because we got like New Caney, Splendor, New Caney, just throwing it out there. We have organization in New Caney, Splendor, Porter. We have president, vice president, treasurer. You got secretary. You know, we have physically board members on everything there.
Okay.
And each one of those guys are signed to where they live at.
Okay.
In Splendor, they look around and see what they need to do to help out the community, because that's basically what we're about. So
Okay.
if you got somebody out there trying to raise money for somebody that's sick, or for the schools, or for law enforcement, or first responders, you name it, we're there for them all. And a lot of us here are mixed with all that in here with us too. We've got law enforcement amongst us, firefighters. We got MS is with us now, right?
Medic.
Yeah, the medic. I'm sorry. Yeah, the medics. He's here, and he's opened up. You know, he's one of our state level, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's Texas State Medic.
Yeah. So now what he's doing, we have every one of our organizations now is going to have somebody that does CPR. You know, amongst all of us, if we need it, we got it. You know, so sometimes we're out in the middle of somewhere where it's hot or something. We got somebody that's overseeing it now. You know, making sure we do what we need to be done.
Well, that's cool.
That's a whole lot right up and down 59.
Yeah.
And so how did you branch out to Arkansas?
Well, we also got a couple of more coming in from other states as well. The biggest deal is about Taylor's organization. We're unique. You see us in riding bikes, car clubs. You see this in Jeepers,
Jeeps,
you name it.
4x4.
Any groups out there, we got our hands in there, because when I say hands, we have members that's physically into that world. So it's something that we kind of it's really kind of unique. You know, I'm bringing everybody together as one. There's no more hate no more. We're trying to shut the hate down, and that's where we're at. We're all walks of life here. I don't care what your religions are. I don't care what your skin color are. We need to remember we got one thing in common. One thing in common is this is our community. This
Right.
is our state. What do we all have is that we want our taxes stay low enough that we can eat something in the nights, so paying an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
So therefore we unite together. I do not care how you feel when you go home. You can turn that hate on if you like. But when we're out in the public trying to take care of our community, that's what we're about.
Right.
You know, we need to stick together as one.
Yeah, no us and them and my side and your side. It's all a community effort.
All together.
I'm sure
We
we're
had
all
enough
of
of
that.
it together.
We are tired of the hate. We're tired of the arguments. We're tired of the things that we see. And a lot of times these people blame it on our government. Well, guys, you got to remember, it's not really the government's fault. It's ours. We have the power to stop that,
Right.
but we don't do it.
A lot of people don't understand
They-
it. It's civic responsibility. Is
Exactly what it is,
Yeah.
and we need to work together.
When you've got
And-
35% of the population even bothering to vote, that's a huge problem right
Yeah,
there.
but then
It's
they
a large
want to
number.
complain and kick rocks and, hey man, let's go do violence. Violence ain't going to get you nowhere.
Right.
I mean, we have the power is to work together as one. Quit letting people to divide us for different ways of looking at life. Nobody said you couldn't be yourself. Just unite together, stop the hate. Let's work together. This is your community, so everybody that I just named off has an organization in that community because they live in that community. They said, "Where's my power at?" Well, your power is where you get out to vote. Get out, and everybody gets out and vote. It don't matter if you want to vote Democrat or Republican, but get out and do something.
Right.
Stop complaining. Stop kicking rocks and running around in circles. We ought to do this. We ought to do that. No, what you ought to do is exercise your God-given right. Get out and do something.
But it begins at voting. It only begins there. You also got to get involved in your community.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
that's the reason why
go
we're
to city
everywhere.
council meetings, become involved.
Yes.
You know,
and that's
with
what we do.
organizations
Yes.
like your own. So how did Taylor start?
Well,
how did the birth happen?
Well, about 5 years ago, I was on every stations to every news to every radio station about me doing the first Back to Blue rally. That started in I guess it was about 5 years now. I think it's been 5 years now since we did the last rally.
Was it 2017?
Yeah.
4 years.
No. 2017 is when we that's
when you actually started
16.
Taylor's.
Yeah, we started Taylor's in 2017 in September. Okay, but we started a year before that. That's what all this came from. Okay, I was getting gas one day, and it was back when they were shooting in Dallas when they was doing the rally in there.
5 police
Yeah,
officers.
got
Oh
killed.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that's
Was that the
reason.
Go Forth?
Yeah. That's the reason why we started doing I pulled the community together. I said, look, man, we got to show our law enforcement that we are here for them, because I have other friends and family that are in law enforcement. They're telling us, man, how scary it is to be one now.
Sure.
They don't even want to be there. Well, we don't want them to be like that. We need our law enforcement.
Right.
We can't have them thrown to the side like that. We need them. We need them to make them want to be there for us to protect us. So therefore, I was getting gas that one day. I was coming in from work, which I own electrical company. I don't know if you know about that. I own Taylor's Quality Service.
Yeah, don't know much about it.
Okay, so when I pull in to get gas, I see 2 law enforcement. They're I wouldn't say who they work for or whatever. I ain't saying a constable, or I don't put nobody out there on the spot. But anyhow, they was there at the gas
We've
station.
had most of them in here.
Yeah, I
already,
know
so-
you have.
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
your show,
Yeah.
yeah. And in fact, I wanted to say, I'm sorry we jumped right into it, but I want to thank you guys for having us here today.
Hey, no
Oh, yeah,
problem.
absolutely.
I've been
Thanks for
watching you
coming
for a
out.
long time,
Yeah.
and thank you. You're doing a lot of good work in the community as
Yeah,
well.
we're trying
Thank you.
to. Yeah, doing
Yeah.
our little part.
Yeah,
you know.
that's it. Well, everybody, that's what the whole deal about Taylor is, that we all do our little part. We're going to have one big old part.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But anyhow, back to the story. I was getting gas, and a car drove by and backfired.
Mhm.
Well, this guy, I can tell he looked like he hadn't been on the force long. He went to grab his gun. Boy, he thought he was getting shot at. Of course, I laughed. I shouldn't have done it. I said this. I said, oh shit. I said, hey, it's all good, brother. Somebody just a backfire. Somebody had a blowout or something. And he said, well, you think it's funny? I said, oh, hey, no. You see what they do, how we've been treated? And all that he was telling me.
Yeah.
I said, no, hey, man, I understand. And I can see it in his eyes, like, damn, man, that ain't good.
Yeah.
Because I never actually had too much dealings with all that. I didn't care about politics or what make people ticks and all that. I just have to score work, deal with my family. That's all I was doing.
Right.
But even what I was doing is still part of the problem. I still need to be out doing something for our community instead of saying, nope, that's not my problem. But at the end of the day, it's all of our problems.
Right.
Yeah, it absolutely
And
is.
so when I seen that in that man's face, and his, of course, his partner came up trying to apologize. You got to see. I said, no. I understand where y'all coming from. I've been watching, and I understand. But brother, let me tell you something. Not everybody here. I got your back, man. Hey man, y'all are, you doing what you're supposed to do in our community. That's what I'm about,
Yeah.
And then after he left, and it hit me, I lost sleep over that. I got thinking of that guy's eyes, and his face, I said, man, he should not be feeling like that. That ain't good at all for somebody been trying to protect us. Feels that way,
Right.
thinking everybody out to get them.
Yeah, I remember for a while because I do some work for the city of Roman Forest.
Yeah,
And Roman Forest PD guys were riding 2x2 for a long time.
yeah.
And those guys usually ride alone.
Yes, yeah.
And so, it became policy for them to ride 2x2.
And that's sad,
And armed and paranoid.
Paranoid is
You
where
know?
it comes down to, and they shouldn't. It's hard. Their job's hard enough, and now I'm worried about knowing they're gonna get shot, and not just by standing there in line to eat. Now
Right.
people spitting in their food, et cetera. Come on, man, what's really going on here?
Yeah.
Not everybody's bad. You're
Right.
gonna have a few bad apples. You're gonna have a few bad apples in everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It don't matter what it is. You're gonna have a few bad apples.
Right.
But that don't make everybody wrong.
About 5 years ago, you had a segment that was casting the police officers in a negative light any
Yeah,
chance they
yeah.
could.
Yes.
And it kind of became a narrative, and it caught on with a certain group, and it was just about 5 years ago when
Yes,
it really
that's
got
when-
bad. Yeah.
So we did. So I decided to do something for them. I said, and I reach out to my family and friends. Say, hey man, we got to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. Man, I didn't know all. I didn't go to school for none of this. It's just something that I learned along the way. You know, we learn from our mistakes, as you see. You know, we don't make a mistake till you get out there and do it.
That's right.
Okay,
yeah.
so I brought the family together, and not to mention friends, and tell them, look, man, we need to do something for our law enforcement. We need to show them that the citizens are here to back them. So I started a citizen rally. It's called Back to Blue.
Okay.
Okay, we all met there in Bull Silas Park. We was going to hit there and go all the way around the 610, come back around, and then disperse. You know,
Okay.
and that's what we was going to
So motorcycle ride.
Motorcycles, everybody. You know, so
Okay.
everybody was all welcome. It didn't take long for it to explode. And next thing you know, I was on my way there, and I was expecting maybe 30 of us, right? That's when I met David Miller. You know, he was there. In fact, David
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Miller helped us along the
Yeah.
way, and he protected us all the way there. He
Yeah.
pulled people out of every which way. In fact, Montgomery County went above and beyond on that day because
Yeah.
they come out of their jurisdiction to help Harris County over in Humboldt to take us all the way to, what is that bar on the other side of 45? 1960 or some, what was that?
I forget the name of it.
Yeah, well, that's where we met at right there in the parking lot,
Okay.
which, you know, we had the chief of the Roman Force. He rode with us too.
Carlisle.
Yeah, he rode with us as well.
Yeah.
You know, and he's another one that goes above and beyond. We'll get through all that in a minute. But that's how I met a lot of them was that day.
Okay.
You know, what made it special is the citizens done this for them.
Mm-hmm.
That is what Taylor's organization is. We're the citizens in the community.
Right.
If you look at us, we're plain. We don't have thin blue line. We don't have military. We don't have cross. We don't have any of that on us. But yet we stand for them all. Because whenever you single yourself out being one or the other, you have a whole group watching everything you do. And when you single, you put a cross on it for starters, you lose that part of people.
Mm-hmm.
If you put a thin blue line, you start losing this part of the people. Or military, this part of it. You see what I'm saying? Everybody starts
Right.
dividing away from it because we're starting to look like we're only for one thing only. So we don't put anything on us, but yet we're standing there. They say, who is Taylor's organization? Because you're not identifying yourself. Why do we need to identify ourselves? Because we are citizens in the community. The citizens is what run Taylor's organization. People reaches out to us and tell us what they need us to be.
It's we are the people.
We are the people.
People throw that word grassroots around
Exactly.
everywhere.
And that's who we
This
are.
is truly
So-
grassroots.
Yes.
So if you're in the MC world, we're there. You know, there's a lot of the MCs are there together. Well, now here's some people tell us, you know, I see Taylor's organization ride with some outlaws over doing some things. Well, if an outlaw is doing something for the community, something good, we're going to be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
We are not going to play in that game that's saying, well, they're outlaws, make y'all look bad. How are you going to make a citizen look bad? I mean, they are citizens too, right? They live in this community as well, right? So you're telling me that I'm not allowed to go over there because it may make us look bad?
They're making a toy run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this is a toy run.
and you're
And
telling me that,
somebody's gonna
well,
have a problem with that.
exactly. They said, well, you know, it makes it hard for us to stand beside you. Well, then don't stand beside me. I don't care. You know what I'm about? I'm about my community, man. This is where we make our stand. So and the way I look at it, this is not the old way that's chasing them. They need to come chase us. Time is going to change. So everywhere we stand, that's what's going to change. We're not dividing ourselves anymore. And I don't care. They say, well, they're outlaw, but they're doing something good. We're going to be there with them. That's how we started from day one.
Yeah.
That's the reason why anytime Taylors do something, the whole community comes. All walks of life comes to us.
Yeah, y'all have some pretty big events.
Yes,
now.
yes. We do parades. We do all of it.
Yeah.
We have all the community come to us. You know, and some of the people like in the MC world, when they do something, a lot of people in the community think you can't go to theirs because you don't have a bike. But in reality, you still can come. They're still open to the public. You know, you can still come. You don't have to have a bike. But that's just the way it looks when they say MC.
Yeah.
Even the
Right.
Jeepers. When the Jeepers do something, that's what they do too. They think, well, hell, I can't go to theirs, so I ain't got a Jeep. Well, no, that's not it. You're open to the public. That's why we're not identifying nothing.
Right.
So now we're open for all.
Yeah, I remember when I was running for MSED, there was a representative of the Taylor's organization at the poll
Mhm.
helping people to figure out how to vote, where to go. And,
Yeah, what it
and
is.
I thought that was interesting. I
Yeah,
was like, wow,
yeah.
man, you know, it's just.
Well, we don't tell nobody what to vote for. We are here to help people to get out, to get your
Right.
voice heard.
Yeah,
But
but
you,
they-
you know how many people don't know this, don't know what to do or where to vote or not? They don't know any
Right.
of that, you know. That's what I tell them. You can vote for Democrat or Republican. That's your way of life if that's what you want to do. You know, we're here to help you. If you need to know something, you can call and I'll talk to you about it all day long. But I will not tell you who to vote for. I will not do that. That's not me to tell you.
Right.
Don't ever let nobody tell you who you need to vote for. You go in your heart and you want to vote for somebody.
But please let your
Exactly,
voice be
exactly.
heard.
That's what it's out. And the biggest deal when it comes to all that, you know, in the politics world, which, you know, it's not really. If you want to stick like me, I can't say I'm gonna stick to one side. Taylors just don't stand by any people. Me, outside of Taylor's, I can do what I want. Okay. Now, if you was running for something outside of Taylor's, I mean, I'm a human being. As long as I'm not representing Taylor's, I can vote to who I want to vote for.
Right.
And as they said, anytime we have meetings, I never tell nobody. We don't even talk about politics on that. All we say is, man, you guys, please get out and get your voice heard. Stop kicking rocks and complain. Go vote. I don't care who you vote for. Don't worry about who I vote for. Who I vote for is my business. But it ain't got nothing to do with Taylor's.
Yeah.
Taylor's will not stand beside anybody. Now, I may stand beside you outside of Taylor's. Yes, I may do that because it's my rights to be American. That's my rights to be into citizens. I can do that.
So no official endorsements or anything
No,
like that?
no. We don't do that. We don't need that. I don't want them. They think, well, man, for me to run for office, I got to go follow the Taylor's or join in Taylor's function. No, you don't. You know what I want from a politician? This outside of Taylor's. You know what I want me personally? I want this man or woman to go to show the community they're there for them. And we got a lot of them here in East County that does that. A lot go above and beyond. We got to say that. They go above and beyond. I don't think there's nobody here in Montgomery East County that has not go above and beyond for the community. We show up for everybody else's function too, because we're watching. We want to know who's coming to all these people, because we're going to you. Well, we like to see them do it too. Like I said, new sheriff is in town now. We are, the people is running this now, like it's supposed to be.
Like it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
And now, like I told them before, they want to get mad at our government or how things are run. Man, guys, you have to understand, we did it to ourselves. We got the power to bring it back. Just get out and bring it back. Go vote. You know, that's
I'm sure
all it
you've
is.
talked to a lot of people like I have, and they think you have a certain group that think, man, I don't want to go vote. It don't matter anyway. They're all the same. My little vote ain't going to matter.
Oh, it does matter.
But it's like you said, it's a whole bunch of little bitties make a great big.
Big ones. And that's what I tell a lot of them. A lot of them feels, I mean, we got a lot of members here don't even know why they're here. They just feel like they have to be here. And they said, man, I don't know what you're about, Alan, but I want to be part of it. If something about it, what we're doing, it sends, they just feel home right here.
Yeah.
We're doing something, and it's been seen 28 times on different national TV, except I said except for Channel 11. I ain't been on that yet, but I've been on every rest of them.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, there you go. And not to mention 127 articles has been written on us. You know, and this in 4 years.
Speaking of Channel 11, I'm taking a little side trip. You know Jennifer Reyna?
Yes.
All the smart guys.
Is she the weather girl?
She's a traffic girl from Channel 2. And
She shipped back over to there, right?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew he
Yeah.
knows. Do you know her?
Not personally, but we have talked. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this.
I'll get with you later.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we have. Well, what Taylors are trying to do now is also to pass some laws. Okay.
So y'all are working on some legislation.
Yes, we are trying to work with people in the community because remember the community is coming to us. Look, Taylors, we need to do something because we're activists in our community.
Right.
They said, look, we need something done on the bikes. I don't know if you heard about me over a year ago. I got sideswiped, roll across.
Heard a little bit about it.
Yeah, I got sideswiped out there on Bunker Hill and I-10.
Okay.
And going down on the Beltway.
That's our own neighborhood.
Yeah. Of course, he was with me, behind me. I was leaving from a law enforcement funeral. Okay, the TBL MC, he was behind us, not too far behind us, bringing up the rear. You know, we left out in front of him.
Okay.
That was Constable Mark Brown's
funeral. Yeah.
funeral. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we was coming up, and I was coming up on a blacked out car, right, which I knew was a cop car. As soon as I was riding up on the side of it, and I was looking at the car, you know, I was coming up, we're all taking the belt, we're getting in the Beltway 8 lane.
Right.
Well, she come across, and I guess almost sideswiped her. She slammed on the brake. When she did, she left me open by, you know, of course, instinct, you know. And I would look in the mirror right away and see what she's doing. 'Cause of course, I got people riding behind me. That's the first thing I did is instinct, look in the mirror. Then look, oh, too late. I went to locked up, too late. She sideswiped me.
She just came right over into his lane like he wasn't there.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
blinker. She just
She went all the way across. She was drinking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
She hit me at 70 miles an hour. I hit that road. Yeah, all the way out to the HOV lane. How many lanes was that? 5 lanes.
Wow.
Five
Yeah.
or even 6.
Yeah, all the way out to the HOV lane.
Wow.
And dials and wonder cars was swinging around, didn't hit me. I mean, I caught
That's
air
lucky.
a couple of times,
Yeah.
all the way out there, and like I said, it's been over a month ago.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 11 months ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, about
he
11
was
months.
rolling on the ground, 1 foot, maybe 2 foot in front of my tire, and I had the bike locked up. It was locked up as tight as you can get it. I think me and the wife were about to go over the handlebars, hitting the brakes so hard,
Yeah.
and you can every time he'd come around, you could see his face.
What a
just-
helpless feeling to see
Oh,
your
it
buddy
was horrible.
tumbling
Right.
down
And
the
you're,
road.
you're about to
and-
run him over.
And how bad were your injuries?
Well, I only got 5 broken ribs.
Really?
I got up and walked off.
Little bit of
Yeah.
road rash.
Yeah, oh yeah, we got plenty of road rash on me.
Yeah, road
But I
rash
got
looks
up
good.
and yeah,
Well, one of the broke ribs punctured a lung.
yeah.
So there was
Okay.
a punctured lung.
Yeah, but when I got it, when I hit the ground and I stopped, and I remember the lady, she was about 6 feet. When I raised up and looked, she was about like from here to there, and I remember her coming out screaming, "Oh my God, I thought you hit me!"
Yeah.
And the whole time I was trying to get off the ground, I said, "Why in the hell would you want to make a joke like that right now?"
Mm-hmm.
And I never snapped to it till a couple of days later. Oh damn, I was rolling. She slammed on the brake, thought I hit her.
Yeah.
I didn't even snap to it.
Wow.
I was just like, man, I was dizzy at first. I was like, damn, what the hell did this happen?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, your adrenaline was at 120%.
And then got up and walked all the way over. First, before I said anything, of course, he runs out there and grabbed me. You remember broken ribs. You okay, brother? I said, ribs.
I still had my helmet on, so
Yeah.
I head butted him in the
Yeah, he hit me
process.
too in the face. I'm like, oh, come on, man, I'm hurting enough.
He thought he was helping. man.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I said, oh, hey. He said, well, you okay? I said, can you look, my ribs, bro?
Yeah.
I got broken ribs. Man, I can't hardly
I'm just
talk.
going to step away from here on out.
And I guess your bike didn't recover, huh?
No, he didn't. He went all the way over to the HOV lane and hit the wall.
Uh,
Yeah, so and you know what's unique, like I was telling him, like, everybody okay? Is everybody, yeah, you're fine. I said, okay, where's she at that hit me? He said she's right over here on the feeder right there.
yeah.
I said, all right. He said, well, she was. That's all last I heard him. He said she
Yeah,
was,
no,
but
she
she
took
hit me
off.
and run. It was
Really?
a hit and run, yeah.
One of the ladies that seen it, she did stop
Mm-hmm.
and checked on him, and then afterwards she took off and clear out at Greenhouse Road. She caught her exiting Greenhouse Road and was following her through the U-turn
Yeah.
and called the police. In fact, she was a precinct 2 dispatcher.
Really?
Yes, yes. So she knew exactly who to call.
Had a
and-
lunchtime bender, I guess, and or the lady that hit
Yeah,
him was a precinct
No,
two?
no,
The one that
No,
called
no,
me?
no. The
Okay.
one that caught her, the one
The
that
one that caught her,
ran
okay.
her down and caught
Yeah.
her from fleeing.
Wow.
Because nobody got a license plate. We barely had a make of car.
There's too much going on at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Do you know if that was her first DWI?
Well, here's another kicker from all this. I think she got off on technicality. And the reason why it was technicality because I remember whenever they took me, of course, believe it or not, ambulance was waiting on me already. They was coming from the funeral too.
Okay.
So when I got up, I walked over. They already laid me down, and took my vest off, and then they lay down on there,
Wow.
and they checked me for vital signs and everything,
Yeah.
And of course the TBL showed up right around that time. They got out and helped direct traffic, which they went above and beyond too that day because they helped out the law enforcement because there wasn't no law there already, but from all this, because it
Right.
happened so fast. It wasn't that far from us, so they got out there and they went to work. Of course, they're law enforcement already. So they're out there stopping traffic all the way across here to help it, get our bikes off from there, keep anybody else from getting more chaos than it was already are. But yeah, they sprung in action. I gotta give them credit on that.
She blew a .07, so
Okay.
she was in
That's
a
right
legal
on the
amount.
line.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was within their legal limit, but she was drinking.
Yeah.
She was a .07.
Well,
so what's the legislation that you're trying to pass?
Well, we're trying to pass. If you hit right now, I'm working on not just motorcycles but bicyclists as well.
Okay.
Right now, if you Google, we hold the second fatality in the United States.
We're way
Yeah,
up there.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Alaska's next or first. Or
No,
something.
well, no. Florida holds
Florida?
the number one.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
exactly. So we're trying to get this passed. I'm working on it right now with
Okay.
some of our state boys, say they can help us push this so we can vote on it. Well, this is what I need to get done on that because it's too many bikers getting hurt or killed.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do on that, So I'm working now with them, see how we need to make this thing stricter. Because it's, when you're in a car and you bump somebody, even if you're going 60 miles an hour, you bump them, no big deal. You probably you live to tell about it.
Right.
You bump us at that, we may
You're
not be
just
able
trying
to
to stay
yes.
on two wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, and once you hit that concrete, a lot of people have died from that.
Oh yeah.
So
Right.
this is what I'm trying to shoot through there and see how they can make something stricter on the laws and make people understand. And I get some feedback saying, well, y'all see the bikes when they flying around me. Well, I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about people like me,
Just
minding my own
yeah.
business, and got sideswiped.
We
you
have
know?
a right to be on the roads as well.
Yeah, exactly
course.
right.
You have the right to drive a motorcycle,
Yes.
ride a motorcycle. You do.
Sure,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and telling us we're not allowed, and someone said, "Well, we want to take the bikes off the road." Well, man, that ain't. So is that the way the law is
Oh,
supposed to
come
be?
on.
Is that land of
It's
the
not
free?
how you solve
really?
the problem,
Yes,
yeah.
And think about it. We also hold the same amount on fatality in vehicles. So when you start, so you have to watch for motorcycles before you can change lanes. Hey, guess what? You may you might accidentally almost hit a car too, because now you're going to be watching.
Yep.
So think about it. Everything will be going down.
Yep.
Just because you're
Right.
watching for motorcycles now or bicyclists on the road. Everybody's watching it now because we're trying to get it to double the fine. I'm still working on what the penalty would be. That's what I'm working on right now. They tell me we needed to.
So you're just trying to push for stronger.
Yeah,
penalties.
stronger penalty for
Okay.
hitting a motorcycle and bicyclists. I mean, there's enough is enough. How many more should we keep losing?
And I'm
You know,
sure
for
9
somebody done
times out
something.
of 10, it's I just never saw him.
That's
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
the
you know,
whole
and,
story.
that's an interesting point because what I've always thought, I like the motorcycles that are loud.
Yeah,
Like the
Yeah.
Harleys that are really tuned up because you can hear them bikes coming.
from
You
miles.
know?
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah, they're a little loud when they get right next to you and when they're in front of you, but it's worth it
I
because
rode
you
a-
know they're there.
I rode
Yeah.
a Victory
So I wonder if there
92,
should
and
be
it was the same
Yeah.
thing.
Badass.
They have a legislation to keep you from having too loud of pipes, though.
And
Loud
that's
pipes saves
wrong.
lives, but
Right.
they won't let you have loud pipes.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe that should be an integral part of that.
Well, that's what
legislation.
that's what I was going to say. This is what we're working on right now, and hopefully we can get this all passed. But now I have another talk show that's bringing me up here in Dallas.
Mhm.
I think it's scheduled for next month. I think, and for me to represent the 99 percenters.
Okay.
And that's kind of what we're shooting for, and I'm letting all the bikers know out there that this is what we have to do. And remember, we're also vehicle riders too. I mean, it goes for us too.
Sure.
But now if you do a survey, everybody that hit a motorcycle has never rode a motorcycle. You understand what I'm saying from there? Because we ride. The ones that
And you
ride,
know
we
what to
looking
look for.
already. We already looking for our change lanes. If
Yeah.
I'm looking once, not once but twice, everybody needs to be doing that.
Well, you
know.
got to think about really, and I don't think too many people understand how little contact a motorcycle has with the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
You've only got about the size of a pack of cigarettes in the front and in the back touching the ground.
And
That's
that's
it.
That's it.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot there. So
I
it
mean,
doesn't take a whole lot to knock that off keister.
No, it don't. I mean, we're already. It's bad enough when you're on that bike. You got to wash, tires on the road, and you got to wash for
Those
debris
alligator
falling
trash,
all over the
yeah.
place. Trash.
Yeah.
I mean, we got enough to watch for already. Then you got to
Right.
watch for other cars changing lanes too. And I've been hit countless of times. I mean, almost been hit countless of times before that accident. I've been riding on and off my whole life, and I never had this happen. And I mean, it caught me off guard. I mean, she just come up from the side, just kept this. Before I can change, I couldn't even go to my left because there's a truck to my left. I couldn't do nothing. All I can do is trying to slam on the brake too late. Hit-
You remember
she
you
sidewalked.
almost got hit on the way out to
Yes,
the funeral
yes.
home.
Really?
Because
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
In
'cause
fact, that's why we were going around the Beltway, because we came in from 610 to I-10. But he said, "Man, I almost got hit out there. We're not going back through
610
town."
is a nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I told
So
him.
yeah, we're going to go further out I-10 to hit Beltway, to go around the Beltway to get the better traffic.
Yeah, and then
That's what he said before we left.
Right.
And then because we rode, it was about 20 of us that rode out there. Well, the rest of us went that way. I said, and it was a few of us decided to go the Beltway and go home. So I didn't quite make it to the Beltway. And
Yeah.
plus, it was my grandson's birthday party that we were trying to get to as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to make it to his birthday
Yeah.
party.
So were you hospitalized?
Oh
or-
yeah, I was in Herman
Oh, the
Hospital for
punctured
4
lung, you
days.
bet.
Really? Wow.
They told me, okay, Taylor's got a lot of religious group that follows us. They
Okay.
feel like there's something here, if you're religious, you feel like there's something here that we're trying to do here. and I have to say, maybe there is, maybe it's not. I don't know. You know,
Well,
I
you don't
just
have to be religious to be spiritual.
There you go.
You know.
And they say, since I had that accident and got up and walked from that, that tells you something right there. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because when I was in there in an emergency room, and that's what the guy was telling me. He said, "Man, how fast was you going?" I said, "Oh, about 70." And he said, "You still living? I don't understand how you living today."
And went across 5
yeah,
lanes of
5
traffic.
lanes. I mean, because
Yeah, without getting run over.
yeah, he
That's
said, because
crazy.
he said when your lower body, my upper body hit the ground, I should have twisted my back, because it went faster than my my lower
Right.
body. I should have snapped. I didn't snap anything, and I didn't even. And it was funny. I didn't even break no limbs.
You look like a professional out there, Roland.
Yeah, I tell you.
You did good.
Yeah, it was tuck and roll, all the way
Yeah,
out
Need to
there.
teach
you
a
know?
class.
All
Oh,
the way,
yeah,
all
yeah.
the way, man.
He's a pro.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what the doctor is saying. There's no way that could have happened, because I said I see people come through here and don't make it for way less than that.
Oh yeah.
He said, I don't understand when you're here. You ought to be proud you're here. And I have to say, on the way to the emergency room, to Herman Hospital, I felt something warm, man. And I never felt it before. It's like when it starts from the back of your neck all the way down, I can feel like a heating pad just went all the way down to my back. And it's kind of, I never actually said anything to nobody about it, but
Kinda
told a few
comforting?
people, yeah,
Yeah.
it was all the way down. I don't know. It was weird, but they was afraid that I had to do something. Something inside had to be wrong with that kind of accident. And they rushed me in there, and they ran all kind of stuff on me, CAT scan, you name it. They ran it from top to bottom.
Just broken ribs.
And never saying nothing. The only reason why I got a broken rib, because I had my gun right here.
Yeah.
That's what hurt me when I hit the ground.
Yeah.
Because when I hit like this, it shoved it up inside of me.
Right.
That's the
Wow.
only. If it wasn't that, I probably wouldn't have that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Now I was cut. I mean, my hip was up. It was swollen, my leg.
Yeah.
But that was it. A little
That
rash.
is
and that's
incredible.
it. And that's what the doctor said. He said,
Yeah.
"Man, there's no way that you did this." And he came in there, and I had about 5 or 6 of them walk in and said, "Sir, we just never heard that before. We just never heard nobody that physically got up and walked from that. You don't even have a broken limb. Your back should have
Right.
snapped.
Yeah.
You should not be able to be walking right now." And he said, because if you turn a bicycle upside down, they told me, and spin as fast as you can, put your hand on it, and see how quick your hand gets thrown off from that back of that tire. He said, that's what your upper body did. As soon as your upper body spin like that, it should have snapped your
Oh,
back
yeah.
in half. He said, how do you make it? I have no idea. And he's right. And what caught me the most was my left side when I hit the road.
Yeah.
That's what hit me, with my left side.
Yeah, between blue jeans, the vest, leather vest, boots, and a helmet.
Helmet is
we
the
push
main
that
thing.
in Taylor's. You cannot wear Taylor's insignia of anything without a helmet on.
Exactly. We
Yes.
passed that on. That
Good
helmet
idea.
wasn't on
Yeah.
me. The helmet, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
I would not be here today.
Because it was banged up.
Yes.
It was banged up.
All
pretty good.
scratched. And I just bought it.
Yeah.
They're not cheap either.
No, I gave $350 for that. I'm like, damn, man. That was the best $350. So dang it, I hate to sit there and
yeah.
look at it. Like, man, look at it. I was proud of it. It took me a week to order it,
You
to
still
get
have
it
it?
in. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
still
Oh,
have
hell
it,
yeah, I'd have it.
Hell yeah. That and my vest.
That's not the
my
one
vest.
you don't wear it though, right?
No, hell
Yeah.
no. I
It's
said,
been
man,
used.
I can be a salesman for that
Yeah.
helmet. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened at 70 miles an hour. Look what done it. But that's as far as I'm going with it. I ain't gonna try to go any faster than that. And see if it'll still hold up. No.
So what's coming up next for Taylor's organization?
Well, we got one that's coming up this weekend. I mean, this Saturday, which we always show up for. David Miller. I don't know if you know Officer
I
David
know
Miller.
Dave- David's a great guy.
He is. He does a lot.
hang on.
He's a great guy.
Plug for David Miller. David's going to be running for MSET again, and he's got my support.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, David's a good guy, and we talked a couple of weeks ago. He asked if I would throw it in for him. So
Yeah. He's
there you
throwing
go,
it
David.
in. There you go.
Got your back, bro.
Well,
So, yeah, he's a good dude. He does a lot of stuff.
He
with the
does. That's what I was going to
community,
say.
too,
He does.
and he doesn't take credit. For
No,
it.
he does not. And every
So-
time I try to say something, no, Alan, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I said, man, you're what we're looking at in the community. Basically, what you guys are doing is too. You bringing out the good in people. People don't know about it until we're focusing in our community. And that's what y'all are about. Y'all focusing everybody in
That's
East
where
County.
it starts.
And-
I'm out of Katy, but Hank is the man.
Yeah,
in
yeah. I
Montgomery
mean, this
County.
is he's bringing all the good people to light.
Isn't he
Same
doing
thing.
something this Saturday?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
Saturday.
we're supposed to go over there this Saturday morning to help put up tents.
Yeah,
I believe.
Saturday morning.
tents.
Saturday morning we're going to meet him out there to help him get ready for the sharing and caring. This is what we're about.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Sharing and
saying?
caring's a
Yeah,
good
the sharing
deal.
Caring is coming this
Right.
Saturday at over here at
And that's
Valley
the
Ranch.
benefit for Mission Northeast, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sharing and caring. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing it for what, 5 years?
Yeah,
now?
he raises a lot of money for
Or was
those
it
guys.
more
It's,
than that?
it's in front of the academy.
Yeah, in front of the
Valley
academy.
Ranch.
Right.
Taylors are there every year to help out.
Yeah, I think he started that actually, David.
Yeah,
Moore.
he did.
Yeah.
He did. He good, and he has, he had fed a lot of people with what he's
yeah.
got. He made, shoot, I can't remember what last year he made the money. I can't
It was
remember.
like 25,000.
Yeah, I think
or
it
something like
was,
that.
yeah.
It was a lot.
So these are things that we look out for people. Whenever they do that, we're here for you, man. If you say you're going to do that, shit, man, count us in. We're there for you. That's what this organization is about. The same thing as you're giving back, letting us get our voice heard. The same thing we're getting out there to help.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that Taylor's doing. You probably see, if you look on our profile, you see a lot of plaques we give out.
Yeah, and I've actually seen them in offices. I have
Yes,
an IT business.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we do a lot of customers out here. And yeah, I've seen those plaques pretty much everywhere.
The reason why the
Yeah.
plaques, same with you. We wanted to acknowledge you. We are the citizens in the community.
Right.
You don't need the governor to give you something or the mayor give you something. We're giving you something
Yeah.
from our heart, from we the people in the community. You don't need to worry about them. You are being acknowledged by us.
That means
Don't
a
worry
lot.
about them.
It does.
Yeah,
It really-
I mean,
it's a
we're
big
here
deal.
to give to you because what you have done, and that's what's fun. The whole thing is we the people. We are exactly what we've been saying.
Yep.
Anybody else is saying, been using that word, but no, we're actually standing by that word.
Right.
And there's a lot of groups out there that's doing the same thing. I got to give them credit. A lot of these guys we watch and learn. We even teach them along the way. You don't have to join Taylor's to get your voice. Watch us. See what we do. Do the same thing. Do the same thing. Let's quit fighting. And there's some negative things out there about Taylor's. And the reason why there is, you got to remember, we get people hit us up. Hey, Alan, I broke my finger. I need you to do me a fundraiser or donate money to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Alan, I lost my job today. I need to see if Taylor's to do that. That's not what we do. I mean,
Right.
we're here to help you. You do a fundraiser, we'll stop by, to buy a plate of food or something, that's what we do. We're going to help you out any way we can, but I can't save everybody. We're not funded by the government. We're funded just by us.
Out of
My
pocket.
company, Taylor's, and my electrical company has funded and started this organization. I spend a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and money in this.
So is
but
that
give
your only
back.
form of funding? Is just your own private
That's
funding?
it. That's
really?
it. Yes. We none.
Wow.
Yeah, you see all that
Yeah.
all the way. Yeah.
Y'all should
Majority-
at least do your own fundraisers.
Well,
to,
We did
We
just
did
do
our
our very
very
first
first
one.
one.
Did
yeah.
you?
Yeah, we just did our first one.
did it work out pretty well?
Yeah, it was decent.
Great.
It was decent for a first time.
Fantastic.
Was you didn't go to that, did you?
No, I
Saw
wish
the
y'all would have
spot.
let me know. If I'd have known, man, I'd have been there for
Well,
sure.
we teamed up with TBL Wildwoods,
Yeah.
the Thin Blue Line. We did
Okay.
we did a fundraiser for us for the law enforcement to help out,
That's great.
And we did so it turned out pretty good. It could have been better, I'm thinking, but we didn't have a whole lot of time to spend on it. It's one of those we had 3 weeks to make this thing happen.
Right.
And we did.
And we were having a heavy rain event.
Yeah,
that
and it was
weekend,
done on
too.
the day
It was
of the
flooding
graduation and all
and
that.
graduation,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, the day of the time kind of screwed us up. But yeah, we had a lot of people come in there. Yes, I was.
So I'd like to talk about some challenges, though, because I mean, being involved in the community myself, I understand that, with growth and everything else, we've got some major challenges ahead of us.
Yeah, we did.
One of those being the Hispanic community.
Mhm.
We've got a much larger Hispanic community than I thought we'd ever have out here,
Mhm.
and I think there's a language barrier.
Mhm.
And also another issue that we find a lot is that these guys aren't used to driving in the United States, and they don't really know the rules of the road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when we have challenges like that, I mean, do y'all have anything in the future that you have planned to try to help those guys to get them
Yeah,
educated on how to drive, or
we
or,
are-
or integrate them better into the
Yes,
community?
yes. This is what
Yeah.
we're working on right now. I'm working with a Hispanic culture right now over in Houston.
Okay.
This will be another big event coming up, which is not ironed out when and where yet. I've just been working with some of their leaders in their community about here's what we need to do. I said, understand whenever a lot of elected officials doesn't understand about what goes on across the fence over here.
Right.
We on this side of the fence, and I told them, see, look, here's what we need to do. We need, like you just brought up, we need to show them also. There's a lot of people coming over illegally and then living here worse than they was when they came from there because they've been used and they are slaves here.
Right.
And they don't know how to handle that. Well, I connected with another group that deals with that. All I have to do is get them in one area so they can explain what their rights really is. Like you said, on the driving deal and what they can and cannot do. In their language. To see, they're scared of the authorities, afraid they may get
they don't
in
want
trouble.
to be deported.
Yeah, exactly. But even
Right.
them being illegal being here, they still have rights. Nobody has no right to treat them like slavery. They have no rights to
Right.
do that. And these are things that Taylor's is trying to fix. That's the reason why we're all walks of life.
Right.
We're all walks of life. So therefore, I do have ties with the Asian community, the Greek community, even the Indian community, and Hispanic community.
Cool.
We have ties with all of them.
That's good.
And these are people we are trying to fix. How can we help you? Let's make
Right.
this thing better. Let's work together. Let's stop fighting, man.
Right.
Stop fighting.
Yeah.
I'm not here to change your way of life. Don't change mine. So here's one only thing I think we can do is to work together and respect one another. For starters, I don't believe in, if you got you have a bar and it's a Hispanic culture, they're having a bar, they're speaking in their language, and it's in their language that we and you can't read because they don't want us there. And the reason they don't want us there because they want to be amongst themselves. What's wrong with them want to be amongst themselves?
I don't have a problem
Yeah,
with
but
it.
I don't either. I mean, why? If
Yeah.
that's their culture. What's wrong with them being in their own culture? Same thing with in the black community the same way. That's their life. That's their livelihood. That's the way they want to be. Let them be there. Let's show respect for each other. And that's the problem. They feel like we have to be segregated or we have to be piled together. Man, let us be us, man. Quit controlling that. All you're doing is causing hate. You causing people to hate on each other. Let's let us all be us, man. That's where I look at it. Let us be us. Let's stop the hate. And if we don't fix that, we're gonna have a fallout civil war here before long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are not while Taylor's around though. We are going to shut that down. At least we're going to try. Remember, we can't save the world. It takes the world to help us save the world, as
Right.
you want to get at.
So how fast is Taylor's growing?
We're growing too fast.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Hard to
having a
keep
hard
up with?
time dealing with all of it. Right now, we're all over Montgomery County. Here's how we work. It's the people that's with us. It's not our main source, our main power. It's the other groups out there that's with us. Some of those are in the thousands, are with us, are our allies. They understand what we're doing. They said, Taylor's, you take the front line. We're there beside you. Just live knows what we can do to help. We need to shut this down. We all agreed to one thing. We need to stop the hate. Don't allow nobody to fight with us anymore because of it. Let's respect each other's way of life. And they said, well, that's in the real world. Well, I don't know. Have anybody tried it yet? 'Cause they told me when I started this couldn't happen. Well, 4 years later, here we are. Tell me what am I doing wrong?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm doing the best thing I can. And my way may not be the best way, but it's the only way I know. And look
And
what's
it's
accomplished.
something.
Yes.
And there's
yeah.
a lot of people that aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
They're not.
You know.
And the deal is about us being citizens. They say, well, what does it take to be a Taylor's organization? I said, well, for starters, if somebody's out there burning our flag, you don't want to do that around us. You're going to get in trouble.
Real fast.
Yeah, real fast. We don't tolerate that. First off, show respect for that flag. This is my biggest deal is I show respect to every racist flags too out there. That's Hispanic flag, you name it. We got all the love for everybody. It's
Right.
their way of life. Again, like what we're talking about. But don't disrespect mine, and I don't have no reason disrespecting yours. And that's the way we need to look at it. So let's be proud of everybody's. And let's until we stop, it's gonna continue to be like that.
And go back to uniting as a country. You rally around that
Exactly
flag
right.
that we
You're
can
right.
all agree. Yeah.
It's a shared flag. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's here. We have a lot of people fought and died for that flag for us to give us our freedom to do what we do. Just because we can do it, don't mean it's right to do it. You
Right.
know, and of course, I got a lot of people that come in here and they say, "Man, I don't know, man. After watching y'all what y'all do and coming in here, how in the hell do y'all do that?" Like I tell them, we're organized chaos, baby.
I like it.
Organized chaos because this is why. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do one minute to the next. It just happened. So I don't try to figure it
So
out.
it's very
I just,
organic.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
just go with the flow. It's obviously working, or we wouldn't be here today.
Yep.
That's the way we look at it. It's here. We all appreciating everything that we do for all walks of life.
Right.
And we have to unite. If we don't, we have to show our government. We're here. We're here to stop the hate. And they keep saying, well, I don't like the way the government. Don't worry about what the government is doing. You worry about what we can do here in our community. Cause I'm going to ask you, so if there's something going on up here in Washington, D.C., what can we do about it?
Right, we can't control it.
Well, then why are we losing sleep over it? Why
Because
are we
everybody
talking
thinks
about?
it starts at the top and works its way down.
Yeah,
but
but
it actually doesn't.
where do we have the choice to do in our community?
Right,
Where you live. You get to vote right here where you live, right?
right. And
Okay,
you need to be
then.
involved where you live.
Yeah, that's it. You see what I'm telling you? I
Be
can't
a good
help.
citizen, be civically
Exactly
involved.
right. So I can't help what's going on all over the world and in another country over there. Okay, well, I'm not losing sleep over because I can only have a say so in
People
this.
tend to look past the local
Yes,
school
yeah.
board or the
Yeah,
mayor's race,
yeah.
or city council.
They pass right by the important things.
Yeah.
Then they have to understand the local is what controls these big boys.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of people, they don't want us to remember, don't want us to know this. Hey, man, I'm spreading the word. Hey,
yeah,
man.
you're going to meet with some resistance.
Yeah,
for sure.
we are, and I have some that's talking trash about us, and trying to shut us down, say we're trying to strong arm, some of the parties out there. I don't know what you're talking about strong arm, but it's me going and telling everybody to get out to vote, and that's strong arm somebody.
Right.
Well, man, well then, hey, I must be doing something right because hey, bad, the negative is always sells.
Well,
So
if it
have you guys been confronted with any social issues that are real partisan, either Republican or Democrat? And I mean, how do you handle those? Because the country's so divided. It's
Yeah.
50-50. You
Well,
got 50% Republicans, 50% Democrats. They all hate each other. We got to fix that, or we will go to civil war. Like
That's
you
right,
said.
and that's what we're doing
So
here.
on a
We sure
local
haven't
level-
had-
But
we
on
sure-
a local level, how do y'all manage that kind of thing? Because it's got to come up.
Well, it does, and this is what I tell everybody: focus. Don't worry about what's going on over there. You focus in your community that you have a voice in. We got a voice here. You vote here. You don't vote over there. You have nothing to do with that until time's to vote. Until that time, don't worry about what's going on over in other countries or in another state or over in Mexico coming across. You can complain about it all you want,
Right.
but now you're taking away what does matter is right here. This is where I live. This is what I need to be concerned about. This is where we need to worry about who's going to be my law enforcement, my firefighters in here, and not to mention our school boards, our commissioners. These are things that we need to focus here. This is our taxpayers' pays here. So
Yeah, so
everybody,
what you do is you're taking the partisan out of it and sending it back to the individual.
exactly. It's
And
now
making it an individual
exactly.
issue.
So everybody does this. It's 248 counties in the state of Texas. Is that
I
what
think
it is?
so, yeah,
So
something
if
like that.
everybody in 248 counties take back our community, that means we take back our state.
Mhm.
Am I right?
Sure.
Before you know it, we take back our country, put it back like it used to be. Enough.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes, but it has to start somewhere. Well, we're starting something. Hopefully, it catches on and keep going. And the biggest deal I have to. Some of the people wants to go to war with our government. I tell them, hey man, this ain't the group.
Right.
We ain't them people. You want to go hate on the government? You go do that. I'm not mad at the government. I'm not mad at our president. I'm not mad at none of them over there. I'm focused where it does matter is here. Focus here. Don't worry about all that over there. That's what they want you to do. Don't worry about all
Divide and
that.
conquer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just focus in our community, and this is how we got here. And as I said before, we don't tell you who you can vote for. We got Democrats amongst us. We got Republicans amongst us. Be who you want to be. We laugh who wants to vote for who. We laugh at each other like it's supposed to be when I was younger. Today they
Right.
want to kill one another.
Yeah, that's for
well, that
sure.
shouldn't
Yeah.
be like that. I mean,
that comes from the top, though.
exactly.
And
But
these
we
are your boogeymen. You go
Yes,
hate those
yes,
guys.
quit-
Vote for me, and I'll
Yes,
make 'em
yes.
go
That's
away.
why I tell them quit feeding the beast. Stop.
Yeah.
And it stops with us. This is our community. It stops with us. Stop fighting. And the only way you stop fighting, then they ain't got nothing to throw down at us because we already caught on to what's going on. No, we're not doing this anymore. So if you want to believe in your God or different from mine, you can go home and believe in it all you want. That's your business. That's your home. Go home and believe in that if you like. But now when we're out in public, we leave all that alone. We don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. When we're out there taking care of our community, leave all that behind. That don't have nothing to do with what we're doing here today, taking care of our community. Taylor's organization is showing up for all the benefits that needs to be showed up and show support. And I tell these members, I say, listen to it. If you live in, say, Splendora, we bring Splendora back up, you look and see what's going on over there. Go buy a plate of food. Hell, that's sometimes the best food you can buy is there, Then go on to Jack in the Box, McDonald's. Don't worry about the chain. Let's worry about the poor. Let's worry about the mom and pa out here, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's bring back what should have been a long time ago. Look what we have lost along the way. We're all pretty much the same age here. Look what it was when we was growing up. What went wrong today? You see what I'm saying? No
Yeah.
more respect for any walks of life.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, I personally
He's
think it
speaking
was
for
the
himself on
destruction
the
of
old stuff.
I don't know, man. I see a white hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm
there's
talking
a couple of them. There's a couple of them.
couple.
But yeah, like I said, other than that, we're open up to everybody. You know,
That's
everyone.
really cool. That's really cool. And it's a good concept. I really like
Yes,
it.
I mean, and believe it.
and y'all have done a lot of good for this community
Yeah,
that I've
yeah.
heard about.
And that's
So
not
that's
only here,
great.
we're in other counties too, doing the same thing in other counties. You know, and like I told them, for starters, I'm sure when Sean Dean and them was here, they're fighting it with this one group that's over there in Santa County. They're putting those landfill.
The
over there.
landfills, yeah. She
We
told
think
us
we
about
won.
that. Yeah.
I
You
think
did?
I think we did.
Wow.
Because what started was one of the national forests stepped in on it. We think we may end up winning that. We don't know yet. But this is what Taylor's about. Now, when they brought me over here to have a say-so into this, you know, this community is mixed with all mixture in that community.
Right. Yeah, we got everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when I come together with all of them, I told them all, I said, y'all have to remember, you know why they're picking on y'all? Because I hate to say it, because y'all don't vote.
Y'all don't show up.
You don't show up to vote. If you don't show up to vote, this is what they look at the precincts and say, who all shows up from what? Well, yeah, well, they don't come out and do. No, just put it over there. I'm sorry. That's just how politics work. What you know, you've been in, you know what I'm talking
Absolutely.
about. And that's what they go with. They're not going to put it over where everybody votes at. No, I don't think so.
Right.
So this is what I told them. I said, Taylor's organization don't have a dog in that fight. I'm here for y'all, but y'all got to give me something to be there. In other words, if you want that neighborhood, you want to fight somebody in your neighborhood, need to step up and become a Taylor so we can stand there and unite and fight together with you.
Right.
Because I was told a number of times when I show up in the other places I don't live, they tell me, Mr. Taylor, you don't even live here, so why are you here? Because I'm representing these guys here.
Yeah,
Why can't
I've
they
actually been
represent
told
them?
that myself,
Yeah, you
so-
see what I mean?
Yeah.
They said, why can't they do it? You don't even have a dog in this fight. Well, you know, I'm sorry, it's going to be hard taking you seriously. Oh, well, really? Is that right? So that's when we divided. Now, at one time, we were one big group, run by one board. Now we're divided. We section. Where you live again, that's your county. Stay there. When if something comes up, you don't have to say nothing. I'll handle it for you if you want me to. Now they don't tell me I don't have a dog in this fight now. I have a brother or sister here now. I'm here, and we're going to be working together. You know, enough on all of this. But again, we done it to ourselves. It ain't the government's fault. It ain't the politicians' fault.
Right.
We did it.
Complacency.
We did it.
Yeah.
We done it. And the same thing about what you was talking about, Hispanic culture. We're working with them as well. And we got some black communities. We're working with them. We're getting ready to march together. We're getting ready to do that now. We're working with another group. We had enough. We're gonna march together
Yeah, we're all
and show
Americans. Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
show we don't care who you vote for.
Right.
Enough on the hate, man. Don't do no more hating. There's enough hating going on out there. Let's don't add to it. Like I said, you have the voice in the community. Just work in your community.
Right.
You know, I mean, if you ask someone, oh, there's racism. Well, racism is never going to stop if we don't stop it.
Right.
And for starters, whenever it comes down moving those statues, you know the whole purpose of moving the statues? How much land you think is worth with that statue sitting on that land?
Not much.
Most of it's
When you
downtown
think
park
about it,
areas and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's some that was sitting in there as 5 statues that we did. I don't know about last year, but we did a survey. 5 statues was taken down all over the state of Texas. 3 of them got high-rise buildings built where they were standing.
Really?
You see my point?
That's interesting.
You see my point?
Yeah.
It was never a racist thing, but they made it that way. It's all about the money. Think about it.
Most things do boil down to dollars.
Boils about the money. So I think some of those statues are got cities built around them. Move it. Now when
yeah.
you think that, what's stopping them from selling
Got
it
a
now?
block downtown now.
There, you see what I mean? Think about it. That's when it all. But of course, some casualty had to go take it away so it doesn't look so obvious. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They have to. It don't look so obvious. Of course, it's a mind game. So that's what I tell them all. And it's. But the deal is, again, they played us. They played us. Just don't give nobody nothing. They can. You can't help nobody trying to sell you something. You want to buy this for $1,000? Well, hell, I can go buy it for $1. What are you talking about? No, I'll give it back. Never mind. Thank you, though. That's all you got to do. That's what they're doing, trying to sell you something. Don't buy it. Again, you can't blame them for trying.
Right.
I mean, it's business, right? That's the way it is. It's business, but just don't give it to them, man. Give it to them. That's why we do what we do today.
Yeah,
and
it's
that
all
is what
gotten
I
very
preach.
complicated too.
It has.
Yeah.
And the only deal is it's not really complicated if you look at the light as I'm explaining it. You got, hey man, you got a point there. I never looked at it that way. That's the problem. Nobody never does. And the biggest deal is if you wanted to move this statue to sit in here, isn't that taxpayers paying for this? If the taxpayers are paying for this, shouldn't the taxpayer be the one who lives in that community get to vote to move it or not?
Right.
That was when they decided to do this with these 7 people sitting on the board, or 7 or 10 people on the board, all voted to move it. Why are they I don't need them to speak for me. When they did that, they caused hate between us and another group because they wanted to move it. And I'm not even mad at them wanting to move something. You know why? Because we're American. That's why we have a choice to make a decision like that. Not everybody's going to look at something different. Some people, I believe in my guns. Some people said, I don't want your gun. I don't like guns. Well, they have their voice. That's their voice. That's what they're supposed to be. Regardless, we're not here to tell them anything different, because in their mind, we're the devil because we're over trying to tell them something, and we're thinking the other way around. But remember, that's their voice. They get to say that too. That's what we're supposed to be. Respect one another. You want to change it? Well, just vote on it.
Yeah.
Okay, now once we vote, whoever wins, you can't get mad because you had a voice, right? Same thing with this statue. You want to move that statue, put it up to vote. It's we, the people, vote on that. Because it's our taxpayers' dollars is paying for it. Why aren't we letting the people on the board does that? Mm-hmm. You know, there was a statue there that we went to, and I can't really get into all the drama on it, but they wanted to move one of the statues that we showed up and seen. That statue's been there forever. Why do you want to change it? Well, because of this, because of that. I said, no, I don't see all that, but I said, now here's my problem is with it. I said, we're Taylor's organization, we're here for the community. We hear everything on the side of the fence because we are these people on the side of that fence. Mm-hmm. So you want to move something, okay? Why is it that y'all going to make that decision for us? Ain't you breathing hate when you do that? But sad thing is, we ought to look at the people on the boards doing that to us. But no, man, we turn around and start want to fight one another.
Right.
What's wrong? Why are we thinking like that? We should be going after the people on the board for trying to make decisions and making us hate on each other.
Well, when it comes right down to it, everybody's got a whole lot more in common than we do differences.
Hey,
Especially
exactly.
At the end of the day,
Yes.
You'd never know it. You'd never know
humans.
it today.
No, you don't. You know, but that's what I tell everybody. And some of them, I mean, you may not like my truck being red. Somebody may want to be black. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be purple. It could be pink. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody's decisions. You know, people's different. God made us different for a reason. Mm-hmm. So that's why I bring back to what I said before. In Taylor's organization, we put our differences to the side. We don't care what your religious are. We don't care what your preference in voting wise. We don't care what color you are. We don't care. All I care, you're my brother or sister. That's the way we're going to go with it. No more hate. Everybody's tired of it, right?
Yeah.
There it is. But unfortunately, when you do things good in the community, nobody cares. And I have to keep telling these guys, it's not what we're here to do. We don't need nobody to acknowledge we're here. Remember, we're doing it right here.
You're not going to get headlines.
That's
it.
I said, there's other people in the community sees what we're doing. A lot of them coming in want to be with us. We're doing something. They want to be part of that. And they thinking, well, you know, y'all are a bunch of rednecks out there. Well, I said, well, man, because how we dress, well, that's because where we live. You go in the city, they're going to be dressed different from me and you. We live in the country. We dress like this. So don't worry about how you do. You want to walk around with your underwear showing that's your business. That's your culture. That's what you do over there. Hey, I respect that. Just respect me while I'm wearing that. You see what I'm saying? All that comes down to respecting each other. These were things I was taught in school. What happened today? I have no idea.
And in the home.
Yes.
It
It
comes
starts
down
with your
to
home,
inside the house. Yeah.
But again, end of the day, we can't stop your hate how you feel about each other or the religious deal or whatever. I can't stop that end of the day. All I ask people when we're out there trying to clean up our community, let's push that differences to the side. You can turn that hate back on when you go home. And believe it or not, I hope in a weird way that you won't have that hate anymore once you understand why we're doing what we're doing. Remember, it's just so much on TV is turning us against one another. The media, you know, they're all over the place.
It's a big business.
It is. And I know trash sells. Then good. We know that already.
Yeah.
Hell,
I mean, if the news is all pretty stuff,
it is.
Watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people takes this differently. You know, they say, hey, how many Taylors is there? Well, I never tell anybody. I tell you straight up, there's a lot of us. Well, where you're at? Well, hell, we're everywhere. Well, we're about everything. That is our model. That's what we say. Why? If I have some members come in and want to ask that, so why does it matter how many there is and where we're at? Don't you? Well, you just worry about what we're about. That's what you need to worry about, who we are and what we are about. I own a business, so we're not doing anything illegal. We're not doing nothing illegal. I own a business. I ain't going to get out there and throw that away over something stupid. So I mean, a lot of us here own business. So therefore, we don't want to throw it away. We want to be. We got stickers all over, 250 stickers all over East Montgomery County, all businesses everywhere holding it, because we're good for business, because we are them. Just like every politician says, man, we need to reach the community. Well, hell, we are the community. You ain't got to reach far.
Yeah.
So you can have all these thousands of dollars that you're trying to reach us. Just come on over and talk to us for a change.
I like it.
That's all you got to do. Take that thousands of dollars and put it towards cure for the coronavirus. I mean, do something with that money. Don't worry about us. And all you have to do to get my respect is just show up for people. Show that you care for us. Show. That's all it's about. I don't care what. I mean, I don't care how much money you show up one time at the fair and rodeo. That ain't got nothing to do with East Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo. You show up one time at East County. There's a lot going on. Even our law enforcement, that appreciation they did here not too long ago that we was there.
Yeah.
You know, I was expecting to see certain people there for our law enforcement. That's our law enforcement of East County. These guys goes above and beyond. I damn near know just about every one of them guys what they do for the community.
Right.
They go above and beyond. But certain people I would expect to be there and it was not there, and I don't understand why.
Talking about the MSET appreciation
Yes,
dinner?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know,
know,
there's one tonight at Sam B. Crawford Lodge
is it?
for first responders. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh,
It's
for
a dinner.
all first responders.
First responders
and
appreciation
paramedics,
yeah,
everybody.
paramedics, fire guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Fire
police.
department.
That's
all that.
tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
I think we got some people going that direction. That's what they
Probably
were
so.
saying. Yeah, I think
bet y'all
so.
do. Yeah.
That we have to, because we got a lot of us amongst us are those.
Where'd you say it was
So-
at?
Sam B. Crawford Lodge. Yeah, over in New Caney.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much what we're looking at, you know. But like I said again, when they do things like that, appreciation for it, like we was talking about tonight, I hope certain higher up are there for these guys too, you know.
Yeah.
Because now I get offended of that. I mean, there's a lot of law enforcement all over Montgomery County is there, but certain ones are higher up. I don't want to mention names. Should have been there, especially our state rep.
I
All
know
of
who
us should be there.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
they all should have been there for our people.
Right.
You know, even understand that is our people.
Yeah.
This is East County. We need to look out for one another. You know,
Right.
this is what we're about. You know, and now Saturday, back where you're talking about, Saturday is a share and caring that we're gonna be there to help David Miller. Saturday night, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, Saturday night we're holding trunk or treat. This is the second year. No,
Yeah, second year. Yeah.
it is the second year.
Trunk
At,
or treat. What's that?
Basically, you pull up, pop your trunk or your hatch.
Okay.
You know, the back of an SUV, pickup or anything, and you decorate it. So we give plaques for top 1, 2, and 3 for best decorated vehicle and for best costume.
Like a tailgate party.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like it.
and we
Yeah.
started it because with the
corona,
COVID, it shut everything down. Nobody was able to go door to door. So what we done, it's at Solace Park in the parking lot behind the senior citizen. Is it the senior citizen center?
Yeah.
That big parking lot there. So we had a line. There was a bunch of us, and we allowed the public to come in and stay in their vehicles. And they just drove by vehicle to vehicle and stopped, and all their kids are in the back, and they're all dressed up in their costumes. And
What a great
That's
idea.
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
we throw candy, and it was a big hit. It was
Yeah.
a big hit. Yeah, they
They
were
was
lined
lined
up
up
down.
all the way up to 59. There was that Bull Salas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to call Rowdy to come give us a hand on and help organize that, you know,
Yeah.
get some cops out there, you know. But yeah, I had to have police escort just get in there with candy. I couldn't get in there.
Right.
You know, it was a big hit, you know, and that's
Yeah.
what we wanted
And the
to
kids
do.
were happy.
Yeah, they were. Now this year we're thinking about having them park out in the parking lot and get up and walk now. Everybody that's
Sure.
everybody that's involved in this, you know, as you say, a tailgate party, is when you pay how much was it?
I think it was $10.
Yeah, $10 to get in, and out of that $10, we get there'll be prizes give to the people who's in there.
That's only
First, second, and
to
third.
participate in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not to come and get
No,
the
no,
candy.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, the
No,
candy's
it's just
free.
the ones that wants to be involved in. You
Right.
don't have to. You can pull up and give candy out if you want to. You know, but if you want to be involved and see who's first, second, or third, because you have to be in costume, you got to decorate your vehicle.
Okay.
You know, you get first, second, third place if you want to be in that.
Yeah.
If not, you just want to pull up and help out. That's what we're there.
That's cool.
You know, we're trying to give back to the community. As I say, we always try to. Not too long ago, we fed 100 people with burgers. You know, we had burgers that was donated to us from another source, and I said, well, let's give it back to the community. And that's what we did. Nothing but burgers. People's coming from all over going to my shop to pick up, you know, free hamburgers. You know, I mean, that's
Awesome.
we try to do something like that. We had a food truck, so we was testing it. You know.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we'll put it up, and where we're at it, let's see how that plays out.
Fantastic.
And we did good, man. We did good. I'm proud of
It sold out or give away
well,
in
an
2
hour
hours.
later, and what's left, we went to our law enforcement firefighters and gave it to them too. You know, give
Right.
us something to
Yeah,
eat.
it went
you know?
fast.
Yeah, so that's kind of, and we also got a parade coming up, a Thanksgiving parade in Valley Ranch. It's coming up when September
it
the
23rd?
23rd.
or 20th.
I don't
23rd.
remember.
I think it's the 23rd if it's going to be on Thanksgiving Day.
No, it's
Thanksgiving
no.
Day is 24th, isn't it?
It was the Saturday before,
Saturday, so it's on the 20th.
Wow.
so the 20th.
So
Yeah.
the 20th, yeah.
We did that last year too. See, we kicked off East Montgomery County Fair and Rodeo 4 years in a row already.
Okay.
Okay, and last year, we remember when all that stuff came in, they donated that, I think it was for all the sick people or whatever.
Right.
So we had a late start on that. So that's when we ended up doing it around Thanksgiving. So we were going to call it a Thanksgiving. We were kicking off East Montgomery County Thanksgiving Parade.
Okay.
You see, we added all that together. So hey, it was right there at Thanksgiving. So we did. We had Santa Claus, we had reindeers, and we had all that in there, you know. And we thought, man, that's pretty cool. It turned out. So now we have a big demand from the people in the community hall, and when we're doing it again. So now we're going to do it again this year, a Thanksgiving only.
Instant tradition.
There you go.
Yeah.
And,
That's awesome.
and we may, I mean, we're just trying to bring back the rodeo, you know, the parade for the rodeo. We're just trying to bring it back. Now we're going to sit back and talk to them next year if they still want Taylor's to continue this, or do they want to take it from here? We'll back away. We started something, but we're giving it back to them. We did it for 4 years. It's getting bigger every year. Every year, we had 300 people participate in it this year. So, do y'all want it? If y'all want it, you can have it. We will gladly step away. But I'm giving them that option, you know. And some of the members said, "Man, we worked our ass off to make it there." Well, that's not who we are.
Yeah.
We want to start, so we want to help. That's what it's about. It's all about the help. You know, I mean, in my heart, knowing we gave back, we started something back like it used to be when we was growing up.
It's
Sure.
time to move
You know?
on to the
Yeah, well,
next
there
one.
was
That's
actually
it.
a sense of community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we can close that chapter and open something else.
Yeah,
So
go
we
to something
look
new.
around, see what else we can do to bring back something, and we start that. The Thanksgiving now. Now, at Valley Ranch step up, say we think we want to take it from here. Taylor'd be gladly to step away and let them have that too. We will still be there for them.
Right.
You know, that's what it's about. We ain't showing hate.
That is
If
where
we-
this parade will be. It will be in Valley Ranch, from
Yes.
in front of Reinhardt Stadium over to the Cinemark movie
Okay.
theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is things that we're just trying to give back. And I said, it's not about money. We don't give a damn about the money. You know, we just want to give back to the community, show them this is what's going on. Let's do this. You know, and,
good deal.
You know, that's
Yeah.
what we always have done. Now, when we brought the community together to talk about do's and don'ts going on back when we was doing in Cincinnati County about that landfill, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, some of the people didn't show up, and some of the members was a little upset about it. I said, "Listen, guys, y'all don't understand. If we're gonna focus on that, then we won't need to be here anymore. We don't care. They're watching us. Not everybody's gonna get up and do something. That's why we got thousands of supporters because they don't want to do it. They look, hey, Taylor's, you do it. We got your back. Just go do it. You know, a lot of people don't have time for that. A lot of people don't. It's not interested into that. But just tell us, you know, we're here. As long as you're here, you're bringing back the love. That's what we're about. That's what we're going to be doing. So, that's what I told them. I said, look, man, we have a handful of people here. So I got up. I said, listen, just a handful of people, and plus our member that lives in this community. We're here for for everybody. So let's stand up and fight. We don't care. As long as somebody in that community is willing to fight, we're going to be there beside you. But we won't be in front of you, and we damn sure ain't going to be behind you. We will stand beside you, and we will fight until you tell me I had enough. Until that time, we're going to be there all day, all night, if it takes, to get your voice heard.
Right.
Until you said you had enough. When you said you had enough, well, then we had enough. Until somebody's still willing to do something, we're going to do it. And that's the way it should be. So I have some, you know, now, again, I won't mention names, ask me what Taylor's are doing up here. Y'all thought y'all were in Montgomery County. I said, no, that's where you're wrong. We're everywhere. We come where we need. All I want to do is to tell you guys, understand, I'm here to help. I'm not here to cuss you, browbeat you. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm here for you as we, the people in the community. How can we help one another? That's all I'm asking. How can we help one another to fix this problem? Do I need to do a fundraiser to help raise money? We'll do that. Let's stop the hate, man. What can we do? And a lot of people blows their mind. They're like, damn, I was expecting you to come here screaming, yelling, and cussing, pointing finger. I ain't doing all that because that's what's going on right now. We're gonna kill them with kindness. That's where it's going. We're going to try something different, see how that works.
And maybe light a little spark of something they can do for themselves.
There you go. And that's all it is. And if we got somebody else going to pick up where we left off, hey, man, we're leaving. We're going to do something different now. We have no problem. It's so much needs to be done out there.
Yeah.
We're doing all we can do.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we're all running out of, remember, we're not based on money. We're not funded. We have to fund the boss ourselves. And we try to do what we can. So, I mean, that's a good idea, right? I mean, we tell the members in the organization to you focus in there. You see somebody got cancer and they're trying to raise money, go over there. We don't have money to keep donating, but at least go over and buy a plate of food. That'll help out a lot. Right. Just buying some food from them.
Yeah,
and
especially if it's strong numbers.
Yes. And like I told them, we do. We don't show usually we don't show up no less than 10.
Mm-hmm. And we can hit 3 to 10 even a weekend.
Yeah. Easy.
And that's every weekend.
And we're all over the place, So these are what we do. Like I told them, we got to bring back mom and pop. Like Pit Row right now in New Caney. Mm-hmm. Okay, we show up for him.
Frankie. Frankie's a good guy.
Yeah, Frankie is. He's a hell of a guy.
Yeah.
He does whatever he can for the community. These are people we're looking for.
Right.
Just like the Cowboy Church and Pastor Mark. He's another one go above and beyond for those. These are people that we love to see. We got their backs. They need something. Let us know we're there, and we have been there for them many times as well. He has been for us.
Right.
This is what it's supposed to be about. We have a lot of good people here. Like for starters, we was talking about the chief out of Roman Forest. We're talking about the chief out of Splendor. We're talking about Rowdy Hayden over there. The Jason Don, Commissioner Metz. Everywhere where we show up, if it's something for you, they're there. Well, what do you know? This is what we like to see. People giving back to the community. That's what's all been about all along, giving back. Mm-hmm. That's all it's been about. And these guys, not just show up for ours. I want you to show up for everybody if you can. Remember, when you're running for office, you can't do everything. We understand. You got a lot going on. You can't be everywhere at one time. Just show some of the time. I never said you had to do it every day. Just show up some of the time. And that will go a long ways. I mean, that's at least.
The biggest problem I see on a community level, especially from a voter standpoint, is voter education.
Yeah.
When I was running for MSED, the interesting thing that I found was nobody knew what MSED was.
No.
No. I mean, I talked to 10 guys. Out of 10 guys, one said, yeah, I heard of that. What is it? Mm-hmm. And everybody else is like, what does it stand for? What is it? So I think that we should have some sort of voter education, and not a politically oriented voter education where believe this or believe that, but just a method by which we help voters find the information they need to make intelligent choices.
There you go.
Or choices that suit what their needs are.
That's what you're saying when you see this there that one day. I mean, that 1 year. We're just trying to show people who would never. Nothing says who to vote for. Hey, if y'all don't understand it as it is, we go around.
But
and
at
tell
least
if
these
you
are
don't
the guys that are running.
Do something with it.
Right.
It don't matter who you want to be like.
Yeah.
You vote who you want.
It's really, really hard to get down and find, especially in a general election where you've got 40, 50 elections going on simultaneously. It's almost impossible to get good information on who these individuals are, what they stand for, and what the issues are.
You're right.
So what we get is the politician who's running that has the most money, that is placing the most ads.
That's
right. All that's getting seen.
That's it.
That's
you're right.
So it's the richest
not always
campaigner.
The best guy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But how do you research it? They don't even know where to go to or how to do it.
But now, y'all remember what we're talking about now? Well, this is how the minorities are going with it too. They don't understand what they need to do. Exactly what we're comparing that now.
Right.
This is what I was saying earlier about helping one another. Just because they're illegal don't mean they don't have the rights to be here.
Right.
You know, but they don't understand that. Again, like you said, you got to show people for what you was running for. You know, this is why they don't know what it's for. Well, they feel the same way. So this is what we're trying to reach out to them. Understand what the law is. You know, like you said, if you don't have a driver's license, don't be driving. Some of them don't realize you have to have a driver's license.
Right.
So these are people I'm trying to reach. Let them know we're here. Don't let this skin color run you off. We ain't this people. We're here to help.
Right.
You know, at least give me time to help. So that's what I'm saying. We're working with some people now for they can have a little meeting, and so these people can explain to these guys in their language, not ours. We can't. When you try to get people to translate something for you, it's not going to be the same. You understand what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
So we need somebody that physically speak their language, can physically talk to them. Not just Hispanic culture, all the minorities. You know, Asian community the same way. Understand that, you know, a lot of violence and stuff going on out there is because their own people is preying on them. Well, just let them guys know. And hell, some of these guys can be American citizen today, didn't even know nothing about it.
Right.
Let these guys understand what you can and cannot do. You know, that's the way I look at it. Let them know what they can and cannot do. They're already here. Let's help the people that's here.
Right.
You know, of course, I don't like the rest of the people in America. We got to be careful who we allow them come across that border. I mean, are we letting more violent people coming across? We don't know. And I do believe we need to monitor that, who's coming across the border, who they are. We need to know who we're allowing in our country. You know, the same way, for starters, for us to leave our state, I mean, our country, go to somewhere else, they want to know who we are. That's what that passport's for.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, the other country's doing the same thing. So we're just asking the same thing for they come across. That I can understand what Trump was trying to say. You know, and then I've been practicing some of these stuff. No, because they doing this. No, it's not because of that. Understand, there's other things falls with that. But that's the media wants you to start fighting one another over it because it sells. Let's don't give it to them. Let's don't feed the beast anymore. Let's get some people up. That's what we're working on now. And you'll be hearing about it here before long to explain to them what's the law really about. Why we have to obey that law. Why we need your fingerprints. You're so scared. We need to know all that because if you come over here and do a crime and it could be your family or mine, you get shot or get killed, and they can leave all the DNA they want. We don't know where they go to because we have no fingerprints, nothing on them.
Yeah, that does away with repeat offenders.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way to keep track of who is the repeat offender.
Yeah, so some
without
people
something assigned to them, a
some
number
people
assigned.
And some people's trying to use that against saying that we're trying to control them and all that. No, we just need to know who you are.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, here we do a thorough background check when you come here.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of them get upset because, you know, they got some things on there we cannot allow in this organization. We're not allowed that. I'm sorry. You know, and they said, well, I thought you're here to help us, you know, give back to the community. You can. You can come with us anytime you want. You just can't fly this because, you know, we can't allow certain people amongst us. Man, I'm sorry. I know you did your time in jail, whatever, but there's certain things we cannot allow in our organization.
That makes sense. And
I'm sorry. You know, so we deal with the image of the community. And for starters, you're any sex crime, brother, I'm sorry. You know, I done my time. Well, maybe you done your time. But there's a lot. We have kids here with us too, and we can't have that. And our members are trusting us to keep everybody safe.
Yeah,
Right.
And I'm not saying he will get stupid and do it, or her. I'm not saying that. But are we going to see if that happens? No, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
You've got a reputation to keep up.
Exactly.
And that's really the most valuable asset you've got. Is
our reputation.
All of us, really.
Yeah.
Yes, all of us. And
There's plenty of other programs and organizations for those
Yeah.
other type of people to go
Yes.
to.
Yes.
Yeah, they have their own organizations.
Yeah,
This
and
just
there is,
ain't
and
it.
we've been giving it to them. Remember, we turn nobody around. If they want to give back to the community, we give them, hey man, no, but we can't do it, but these guys can. We still run together, but we just can't have it amongst us. But you ain't saying that you can't show up for none of our functions or being a supporter. I'm not mad at nobody. When you go to jail and you serve your time, well, man, I got the highest respect for you because now you want to change your way of life. Well, I'm here for you. Let me tell you who you can join that keeps you out of trouble. Certain criminals we can't allow through our door. So, but I'm not going to turn my back to them. I'm saying here's some that will allow you to come in there,
Right.
to change your way of life. We want them to continue to stay on a good path. We don't want to shut the door in their face. No, I won't do that to no one. But we just can't, do it here, but they can't. We got people for everybody.
We've had a couple of shows that address that
Yeah. I mean, we want those guys to want to give back to the community. We want them to.
Of
Right.
course.
You know,
That's
and-
rehabilitation.
Exactly, and the more people we bring from the outlaw way to see what we got over here, a lot of them don't think they have a voice. They've been treated so badly, or the way they was brought up. And I'm gonna tell you, I recognize that. I grew up in a black community. I went to
I did
Smiley
too.
High School.
Yeah.
I went to Smiley, so maybe 8% white over there. But the whole time I grew up from elementary all the way up, I never had no problem because of our skin color. We got along. We ate at each other's house. We played ball.
Didn't know any different.
Did not know no different
Yeah, I
at
know.
all.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I was shocked to what I see today. Like, what the hell happened, man?
Yeah.
What changed? I mean,
Everybody just got mad.
Yeah.
That doesn't come from within. That comes from without.
There you go, exactly right. That's the only way it is. And I ain't gonna lie, I was born, I didn't have no, I guess you can say we was poor growing up, very poor. Just put it that way. So I appreciate what goes on in the world.
Right.
You understand? I lived that side of the lifestyle. I did not know this side. I did not know it at all. So now I use what I grew up in to catch these other guys and bring them over to this side. You have a voice, people. You don't have to live like that.
Right.
There's a whole nother world. I didn't know this world either. I found it just by mistake. For me to open my own business up, look what I do now. I've been in trouble with the law more time than you shake the stick at. I've been shot, been stabbed, broke my hands, cussed, you name it, I've been there. I lived in that gang style, lived in that world, because that's all was in that area. I came back from it. Anybody can come back from it. But see, I had somebody pull me up and show me a different way.
You believe in yourself.
Exactly. And here I am today. And now that's my calling, is to reach over and grab those guys, bring them back over here. Every one that I managed to bring over here is the last that the law enforcement have to worry about taking their life or them taking theirs.
Right.
So as long as I keep bringing them here, showing, no, over here, guys, come on. Well, I got all these felonies. Well, we got somebody to help you over here. Go over here. Go over there. Go over there. Come over here. You see what I'm saying? This is what we've been doing. This is what I've been handling. And is it easy? Hell no. There's been many a nights I'll say, man, I don't know how much more I can deal with this, man.
Yeah, whenever you're trying to run anything, it's got more than 2 people involved. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
It's a tough deal.
and these guys,
you have
right-
business, you have the organization
yes.
that's growing, and a
Sure.
family life still,
Yeah.
and you
Yes.
still, the personal life, you still want that.
Yeah, and I have to say, I have a lot of good members here. These guys are one of them. I could have
great.
done it without them. We got very strong members here that see things the way I see it. And these guys seen it, but they just don't know how to act on it. They don't know what to do. Well, now we know what needs to be done. We know what needs to be, what we need to do tomorrow, the next day, a month from now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what went on in your past. Just worry about what's going on in front of you here today.
Yep.
Let's
and
change.
you're evolving as the community
Exactly,
evolves. So
exactly.
That's a good thing,
That's
too.
a very good thing.
Yeah.
And, but
You're
they
not just
say
stuck.
exactly.
Yeah.
They say, well, Alan, hey man, I got a temper on me. Yeah, I get out there and I get stupid like everybody else does. They say, well, ain't you the national president? It don't matter. We're we the people, man. I'm not changing who I am. I'm the real deal. Everybody here for the organization is the real deal. Don't come to me and be fake. Going to piss on my boot and tell me it's raining. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Be yourself, man. That's what we're about. Be yourself. You don't need to hide nothing here. Just be yourself. Hey man, I still get out and we play pool and ride the horses, we in four wheeler, ride our bike, we have fun. And if it has to, the old saying goes, you get sideways on something, step outside, take care of business. When it's over with, dust each other off, buy them a beer or drink, carry
Shake
on the next
hands.
one. The way we was brought up. That's how we was brought up. Me, if you talk the keyboard warrior, talk trash to me on the internet, I'm gonna go to your house and knock on the door and say, hey man, what's going on, man? Well, what happened? Oh my God! What are you gonna call the law? I'm not here to fight you.
All
I'm just
that
here-
shit will go away.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want to know, and I have done it. I want to
Nobody
know
does
why
that.
you disrespecting me like that. I ain't got nothing to do with you. There's no hate in this. Why are you hating on us? I said you can be found anywhere. You be found anywhere. Any of us can. So don't be that guy. I'm here to reason with them. I'm not here to fight with no one. But man, you gotta understand. Maybe somebody else different from me may come here and look at something a little different. I'm here to understand. Let me tell you personally what this means. Okay, maybe you don't see what I see. Okay, and before you know it, he's a member.
See?
So, which brings me to my next question: how do you become a member of Taylor's organization?
Well, the members we do a thorough background check on
Okay.
you. Okay, If you've been in a little bit of trouble, we don't care. If you've been in 4 or 5 felonies or something, or sexual crime, we don't want anything. We can't have anything to do with that. But we still got people that will, though. Don't ever still come to me. I'll still send you the difference if you're willing to change your life.
Right.
You know, you got to show me some things that you have done for me to be doing this, and that's all it takes. And this $10.
So you have a website? Or
It's mainly social media, Facebook.
Okay.
You can reach out to any one of us presidents, national, state, or chapters. If you want to get a hold of one of your chapter presidents,
okay.
Yes.
That's he represents a local city. You could okay. So the next step will be we'll invite you to a national meeting. Yeah.
Okay.
And at the national meeting, you get to introduce yourself, and that's Daryl. And we introduce ourselves to them. We get to know each other, and you have the possibility to sign up right then, or you can just start making events. And that's another way that you can find us, is because we post the events it's mainly all on Facebook.
Okay.
We don't do a lot of the Instagram and Twitter.
The reason why there is another reason. I mean, cut you off, brother, but the reason why it's word of the mouth.
Yeah.
We don't need to advertise. You know, I don't need to. It's
Right.
the word of the mouth.
Yeah.
And we're being flooded by that. Just word of the mouth. You know, same thing with my business. It's done by the word of the mouth. You know, I don't need to be on other things. They're saying, man, you need to get tailors out there. But why? We get out there now.
Right.
I mean, we get anywhere between 10 to 15 members every month. Why do we need to do that? I don't need to be flooded anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and then we may hit somebody that's trying to pull a wrench in what we're doing too. And we don't want to get out there and cause any friction with anybody.
Yeah.
We don't have any problem with no groups at all. We ride with everybody. For starters, when there's a bar, so a lot of places tailors are allowed to wear our patches in there.
Yeah.
Or a soft cut, as you call a t-shirt. We're allowed to go in there because they know who we are. But the problem is, if you're not allowing another group to do it, we won't do it either.
Mm-hmm.
That's called respect.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? No, they don't work like that. If they can't, nobody else can bring it in, we're not bringing it in either. Understand, we have to have their respect too to do what we're doing because they live in this community. We don't want no more hate. Enough. I ride by myself. I'm a national president. I haven't heard of having 3 or 4 people riding with y'all. I don't do that. None of us do. We ride by ourselves. We have no enemies. Mm-hmm. That's because of that. Show respect. When we did what we did, we sit down and tell everybody exactly what we're about. And some of them says, you're crazy. It ain't going to happen. Well, we're making it happen. Even the women are presidents. We got women here strong women are here.
Right.
Also presidents here. Is because we're an organization. We got. It don't matter what your age are, or you're a male or female. Again, no matter what your color is, we don't care. Bring it all. We don't care. If you're strong enough, you will be holding that president patch in that organization.
And if you are going to sign up, we are looking for quite a few officer positions to fill too.
Yeah.
I mean, members are always great, but we do have quite a few officer positions open, and that's throughout
Board members,
Cold Spring, Cleveland. Yeah,
Right.
board members.
Yeah.
And we didn't define the actual board members. So we have the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and then a sergeant of arms. And then we can also, in per chapter, have a road captain, event coordinator, and director of communications.
Okay.
And so there's plenty of positions to fill on the officer side of it if it's a good fit and they like
Right.
who we are. And actually the great thing about it is how we have the chapter spread out so much is if you don't get along with some people over in this chapter, you might be able to go to this one and they're more into what you're into.
Yeah, just make a shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we are
But
looking for officer
So
positions.
is it $10? Is that annual dues or just a
It's
one-time
monthly.
Monthly?
Yes, it's $10
ain't-
per person or $15 per couple.
Yeah.
You understand, it's not the money. This right here is just telling me that you with us or not.
Yeah.
If you telling me you're coming in, you can't afford $10, then you're not living
Got
right.
bigger
Yeah,
problems.
you ain't living right here.
Yeah.
This ain't
Yeah,
for
you
you.
definitely have bigger problems.
Yes, so
Yeah.
that's kind of why we did this because we don't know who's coming, who's showing up.
Yeah, they
We
gotta have a
didn't
little
know
bit of
who's
skin in the
dedicated.
game, right.
Exactly,
And
then
most of the time-
basically,
Yeah.
basically that $10 is paying for the food because every
Yeah,
time you
that's what I
show
was
up at the
gonna say.
national meeting, we have a big old 3-course meal. That's what your money is paying for the food.
And that's monthly.
It gets
Exactly. That's.
yeah,
I mean, think
every-
about it. We're
every-
feeding 100 people, and there's $10 in there. How much you think food we're gonna need for 100 people?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That's what that money and for the drinks and the food. That's basically what you're paying for. And they said, why don't we jump it up? I don't want to jump it. All I want to make sure who you are. Because at one time, I was fronting all that. Now, everybody's paying for themselves. $10. When you go eat somewhere, that's what you pay $20 for a plate of food,
Yeah,
which you're paying 10.
You ain't gonna get a meal for $10.
No.
Yeah.
So this is the whole purpose of the $10 and $15 when you come in. And now, whenever you bring in a couple, well, that money just got shorted. You see what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But we don't care. It's not about the money. We don't care about the money. We're here to help one another.
Have you ever ate with Bubba before?
Yes.
That dude eats a lot, man. Y'all need to be charging him $25.
Oh, man, I was going to say that. Well, whatever you do, don't get your hands there. In this way, you want to get away over there.
$15, right?
Yeah.
Shawnee and him.
Yeah, but he get and when he talks, hey,
Yeah.
damn, man, I don't want to wear it either. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob, I'm giving you a hard time, brother.
But yeah, he can munch, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
he can. He can. Yeah, that guy. Me and him joke around. But especially the biggest deal at every meeting is him and his wife. You know, Shandi. They make us all laugh. You know,
Yeah.
they're
great
fun
people.
people. They're
Yeah,
fun
they're
people to
great
be
Yeah,
around.
and they're good people too.
Yes,
they do a lot
yes.
for the community.
Oh
and
man,
always have.
I reached
So.
out to him. Majority of the members we got has already showed up for everything that everybody's doing already.
Yeah.
And I just reached out to him because I seen him at a number of hours. Wouldn't you like to just be a member? I mean, you're already showing up for everything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't ride a bike. You don't have to ride a bike with the Taylors. We got people with bikes, Jeepers, 4-wheel drive. People that is in the politics. They don't care. They just want to. They want to understand the politics. That's what they're here for. Not that we're into politics. They just want to understand it. We got people to tell you, hey man, just get out. Well, how you do it? What do we need to do?
Right.
And someone's just here for the family. That's it. Because if something happens to you, every Taylor's going to drop what we got. We're coming to you. We got this 5-second rule on food. When you hit the ground, same thing with a member. When he hits the ground, you better be there to get him up. That's what we do. We're backing each other's play. We're here for our brothers and sisters.
It's
and
about
our
camaraderie.
kids. Exactly.
Yeah.
If anything happens to you, God forbid, we're all going to drop what we're doing that day, and we're going to ride for you. We're going to be there for your family. That is what we're here. You were, as you want to say, a unique organization. It is, but it's not. Every organization pretty much do the same thing, and I learned before I started all this by watching the other organization. I watch them anywhere between law enforcement, a motorcycle club, to outlaws, and in reality, they're not the same. They're brotherlyhood.
Right.
That's what it's the brotherly love. That's what it's about. We're similar to them. Of course, I had to sit down and talk to them about our patches and make sure we don't cross the line with nobody. And this is why we do what we do. One big patch. We're not into their world. We're into our world. We're not into that. Turf-wise, we're not claiming turf. We don't deal
Right.
with turf. We ain't got time for that. That's their world. I got the highest respect for all of them. That's the reason why we stay where we at. We got everybody. They tell me what you want us to do, and we're there for you, man.
That's why our colors are red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and
Yeah.
blue. We don't have two colors or one color. We claim red, white, and blue. We don't want none of that. All we want to do is get our voice out there, and we want to blend in with everybody. How can I do it? And believe me, it took a while to get there, but yet we're here.
Yeah.
They want to know how many of us? Oh, we're in the hundreds, and some may even say we're in the thousands. Maybe we are, maybe we're not. But see, there's another whole set of Taylors that you don't see. All you're allowed to see in the pictures is our faces. The rest of them don't want to be there, but they're one of us.
Right.
They're there for us. They're our members. They just don't want to come out into the light. They got other position they're holding or want to hold or afraid somebody might join. I don't know what their problem was, but whatever it is, they're still there with us. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Be what you want to, as I said before, just be you. That's all I'm asking. Well, I ain't into all that. I'm here for you. I pay the dues. I'm there. We show up. I do things, but I don't want my pictures taken, but I'm still there.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's fine. Be that person if you like. I don't care. As long as he's getting out doing something. You don't have to join the Taylors. You can do your own thing, doing what we're doing now. We're here to help you with it if that's what needs to be taken. And that is what we've been doing this all along. And like I said, it's not easy. People try to take advantage of us. I have had members come in and just to be a member to help them raise money. And as soon as we get it over with, you don't see them no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've
That
been taking
happens a
advantage.
lot in
Yeah.
volunteer organizations.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
And
Yeah.
now we learn. That's when our bylaws went from this to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we learn along the way. We can't-
Better vetting process.
Exactly right.
Sure.
You know, and we are learning, and we're not perfect. Like I told them, when you come over to be a member of Taylor's, forget everything you think you know, the way everything's supposed to be done, and what making you mad. We're gonna start a whole new life, a whole new chapter. When we get done what I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to go to bed and sleep good at night. And we're gonna start from one thing: stop hating. Don't care what it is, let it go.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you can let it go. You choose to keep munching on it and losing all them sleep that you've been doing. Let's start over. And that's what you're here for. Start over. That's what we're here. If you're not, then this is not for you. And then just because you're here and you don't understand how we got here, does not mean it's not right.
Right.
I got plenty of things to show on that board what I have accomplished in my way of thinking. Don't fix something if it's not broken. Just because you don't understand it don't mean it's not right. And there's a lot of them come in and say, man, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just let it go where it is? When it's broken, we will fix it. Until that time, we're going to continue to go the way it is. The good Lord got us here, and I don't know how we got here. We're still here. And I can't answer what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but we do something tomorrow, and it's always what we're supposed to be doing. So I'm not fixing it, and I'm not questioning it. I'm just going with it. And I suggest to do the same thing if you want to be part. And the biggest deal is when people wants to do something, they have to try to dissect you. They got to understand it. I don't understand. Why do you need to worry about it? It's in your heart, brother. Don't you feel good being here? Well, yeah, man, it's warm feeling. Well, then just go with it. Why do you got to change something?
Right.
Because you don't like it. Don't matter. If I go and try to change this organization to everybody that said it, we will be organized chaos. Well, now you're telling me all the articles have been on TV all this time in 4 years. You mean we can double that? Damn. I don't think I want to double anymore. Already have.
Yeah, really.
I mean, we all here had been done swear blood and sweat and tears in this. Get right a minute. And when this organization belongs to you as much as it belongs to me, see whatever you want done with it. I mean, sky's the limit. What is that you want to do for your community? What would you like to do?
That's where it all starts.
Exactly.
Local.
That's it. I said, let's focus what we have to do here. Let all that other drama go away. Don't worry about our so-called president over there, how you feel about him. Just forget all that, man. Don't worry about what the country's doing over there. Forget that. Let's just focus here. Because I want my wife and kids to be able to go to the store without getting robbed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what we want to do. And if the crime is bad in our area, we're not here to take on the crime. We ain't down with that. I'm going to go to the city council or whoever's over them and find out why we can't get more police on the street.
Mm-hmm.
The cops can't go out there and just do it. They have to be. It's got, which it starts from the top and come down for these guys. These guys would love to come fill it up and get a bunch of law out there and cleaned up, but they can't. They got to follow by orders like the rest of us do.
Sure.
So we need to start from the top, and we work from that. And if any law enforcement tell me that they need this, they need that, Taylor's going to go to town and see if we can help raise money to get that, or found somebody and ask them why are our law enforcement out there and don't have this.
Right.
And we're planning on that. Brings up something over in Cleveland we need to do too.
They raise the money for
Yeah.
the police. We heard that the police officers in Cleveland, they have 11 police cars, and none of them have any type of CBs. They're all using their own personal cell phones to communicate.
Well,
That's just some of it.
Yeah.
They're
Really?
having
They
to
don't
pay
have
for their
radios?
own uniforms.
This is what we have heard, but we
Yeah,
hadn't.
it's
We hadn't.
bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we have to meet with them over there. Remember, this is just hearsay that's come
so
to
far.
us.
Yeah, so far. We need to get the facts, and that's why we haven't started anything yet. We've been trying to get a meeting with both the police chief and the mayor. Was it the mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I need to get back on that and find out
I know we
what's
have some
going
issues
on.
going on, but this is what we're going to be doing next. This is what we heard. Whenever we get things come to us from another community, we follow it up. And I'll reach back to them. I don't care who you are. It could be somebody. It can be a guy that don't even work, but he has an issue, and he come to me. I'm going to try to fix his problem for him. Ones that doesn't fix his problem is where that hate's going to start.
Well, if I'm not back to Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken, I know that Montgomery County abandoned their 800 megahertz radio system a couple of years ago because they went digital. but those radios are still out there. You
Well,
know?
see, that's what we got.
So
Hand-me-downs.
these guys, yeah, and they're still monitoring 800 megahertz. I know they are.
They got
So-
to be, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you could always get those guys those radios, and I'm surprised they haven't gone to the county trying to get them.
Well, see, these are
they're Liberty County. They're not Montgomery.
yeah, exactly.
But they may have an interlocal agreement, and if they do, then you can still get them their radios, because it's not going to cost anybody anything.
Exactly right.
You
So
know?
these are things
So that's
that,
something to think about.
Yeah, no, you're right. This
Yeah.
is what I was telling. We still need to follow up. That's when we hadn't done anything. We asked for a meeting. We ain't quite got that yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we hadn't pushed the issue
Well, if
yet
I
because we
can
had so
help,
much going on.
I'm on the board of the Chamber of Commerce in Cleveland.
Okay.
So if there's anything I can do to help
Oh.
you guys,
Well,
let me
there
know.
we go. We got it
Yeah,
right there.
so,
So you
good.
might be able to give us better direction then.
Yeah, maybe so.
Or is that true
we'll
of
work
what
on
we've
that.
been hearing? Is that true?
I don't know because I haven't heard that. We're really not involved with the police all that much.
Okay.
I am here locally, but not there. But I can definitely find out.
Yeah, well, find out because if
Yeah.
it's true, we want to help our law enforcement. We can't have them out there doing that. We need to be
Right.
there for them,
Yeah, they
And
need radios, man.
yeah,
I don't see
yeah,
how
you
that
got
can
to.
Use
even
your own
work.
cell phone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so this is what we want. That's the whole purpose of who we are. We got a Cleveland chapter up here too. That hey man, all I do is reach out to them. Let's go. Let's do something for them. Which all of us will unite and come together and to help help them raise money.
Yeah,
I mean, if that's what it needs to be done.
Radios.
Well, that's what we're hearing, but that's what I said. We hear a lot, from
Yeah.
a lot of things. We have to investigate it. For
Find out
starters.
what's what.
Yeah, exactly, because anything can go wrong. People misled because they don't know and they brought it to us, and I'm
Yeah, it
hearing too lot.
happens. Yeah.
Just like when we found out about Cincinnati County fighting that up here. They come to me just because they come to me don't mean we're going to jump and run. I need to do my investigation, find out what happened, before we start putting our nose in it.
Right.
I mean, we don't want to look bad. Like I said, reputation is everything. And we don't want to sit there and show that Taylor's just trying to put their nose in everything. No, we want to put our nose in it where it needs to fall.
Yeah.
There are
You know.
a couple of scenarios where that could be decommissioned cars
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
new cars where they haven't had time to get the new radios
Right.
yet.
Well, that
Could be
could
a
be
lot
it.
of
So,
time.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
a couple of different scenarios there.
Yeah, it's
That-
possible.
But
Because I would
this,
think
have
Cleveland
to
would
be
have
looked
decent
at.
funding.
Right.
They got a pretty decent tax base.
yeah, they do,
So-
and
so-
yeah, I seen
I
a
mean,
lot of.
yeah.
They're growing big time over there.
Oh yeah, their
they're
schools
growing
are
big. Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, you look at the side of their school.
Yeah.
They doing, But now we all have issues that we have to clean up in our community.
Sure, absolutely.
It is what it is, and a lot of the people is our job is to bring out the citizen and let them understand this is what we need to do. We need to work together. Let's start worrying about some other things or on other things that you have no desire or whatever we have to do to. But we
Right.
need to worry about our community. And as you
Yes,
see,
it's one of the
all
reasons
about-
why I even started this podcast.
It
You know,
is.
when
That's
I
what I'm
was-
saying. We've been
Yeah, when I
watching
was
you.
running for MSAT, I had made a promise to the voters
Mhm.
that, sink or swim, live or die, get voted in or not, I'm going to start a podcast and try to bring some
That was
information
the
Oh,
beginning
nice.
of it.
to the community,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And thought it'd be a good idea, and it's, a little over a year, so we're still here. Barely, but we're still here.
How many
Yeah, but-
episodes have you had now?
I think we're at 54, 55, something like that. So we've done pretty
Yeah.
good. We had a guest in, though, last week. She said she had $5. And I looked over at Mark. I said, she's got more money than we do.
That's double our budget.
Well, even what y'all doing here is trying to get the community to look out for. These are things that we like to
Right.
see people doing.
Our subscribers are up, and
Yeah.
things are looking good.
I mean-
and I think we've put some good information out there.
you have.
That's
you
an
have.
episode a
that's
week.
a big deal.
Yeah, I
That-
think so.
And that's what we've been looking for, is people like you. And there's a lot of people in the community doing something they just don't know about, but we're watching though.
Right.
And these are the ones that we are giving plaques. We're calling them out and giving them something for what they're doing.
That's cool.
Appreciation.
You see what I'm saying? It's appreciation
That's really
from
cool.
a citizen to another.
Yeah, that's
Don't
awesome.
worry about the governor giving it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but that means more and people in my community is recognizing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I've seen those plaques around. I mean,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
that's pretty
There's a
cool.
lot that we gave out because we want them to see it. We want them to feel about it. How you feel what you're doing. Well, I did it. I don't even ask him for nothing. I said, okay, so I take it. No. I want. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. But no, we get a lot of feedback saying, man, well, you don't have to do this, man. I said, yeah, but you don't understand. We want to do this.
Yeah.
We need to do this. We need more people like you doing things. And understand, I ain't asking you to do it for the plaque or the money.
Right.
Keep doing it because it's in your heart.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
are
it's the right thing to
recognized.
do.
Yes, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And as I said it 100 times, and I did have this one member, I ain't gonna lie to you, that asked us, how many nationalities do you have in amongst your group? I said, why do you need to know that?
Yeah.
I said, look, man, if that car was burning out there and had a family, and you're gonna run out there and see what color they are or what their religious are, you gonna care? Because I don't care. I'm gonna save them, and if it costs me my life, because that's who I am. I'm here to help.
Well,
man.
you notice when the shit hits the fan, weather-wise or anything.
Yes, we have. You've seen it. It didn't matter what color your religious are, or your preppers are, Republican or Democrat. We don't care. We here to help.
It shows that we can come together.
Yes.
We can,
Yeah,
and that is
we
what
can.
Taylor's is trying to do.
Yeah.
We can come together without violence,
Without all
that. We
everything.
can still do it today.
Yeah.
What's wrong doing it today?
Right.
And we are showing what we're accomplishing today. And the biggest deal is we have to take care of the ones who's taking care of us. That's the whole deal in a nutshell. People that's holding up on that pedestal is for us to hold them up there. They got to be doing their job.
That's right.
And as long as they know we're watching, it makes them nervous. And a lot of them just do it because it's in their nature. And we named some of these guys already that have been doing this.
Right.
And they go above and beyond. And, man, I got to give them credit, man. I mean, like I said, you don't have to show up for Taylor's deal and get our respect. No, man, just show up for anybody. Just show me you're doing
Do
something.
something.
Yeah, because if we can find the time to doing it, they can find the time to do it.
Yeah.
You see my point?
Setting a great example.
Exactly. And and not just, okay, well, we're going to wait till it's time to vote. Then I'm going to show up for everybody's. Come on, man. Like we're stupid, we see that coming a mile away,
Yeah.
and then we have someone's like that, and there's other people going to be running against them for that, and hell, I got the highest respect for them for doing that. Finally, somebody's stepping up to the plate. But now for them to do that, let's see who they are. Are they running for anything that's doing it? For starter like Bubba, Bubba's the good. I mean, he goes above and beyond for people way before this.
Yeah.
He'll be good to run for anything.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, even Dave Miller's another one. If he chooses to run for anybody, he's another good candidate because look what he's doing already.
Right.
He's not asking for any help from that. He's not doing it because he wants to run for something. Look what you're doing here today. If you choose to run for something, I hope everybody in the community see what you guys are doing, even where you're at. If you choose to run for anything,
I ran already. I'm not running no more.
well,
but I'll do everything I
never
can to
say
help.
yeah, but never say
I'll vote
never.
for you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Thanks.
But remember,
That's
it's
one.
Yeah.
I got
That's a
that.
start.
There's a start. But this
Yeah.
is what I'm talking about. The ones that's out there doing it already.
Right.
This is what we're looking for. The ones that's doing it for the wrong reason, for the money, or just want to be popular because my dad's this or my family's that. I want to be up here too. To get up here, you have to climb that ladder to get up here.
Yeah.
Don't think because you got all this money. We was challenged in that 4 years ago or 3 years ago about that, and we showed we the people won. You can
Right.
have all the money you want. All the money that you got is trying to reach us. Why don't you just come on over here and talk to us sometimes? Why don't you show up to a biker rally and talk to them? Why don't you go up to a Jeeper rally, topless Jeep over in Galveston? Why don't you go over there and talk to them? Oh, no, they don't want any of these people here. They doing it all the wrong way. They think they're going to get with the rich, hey, I'm going to deal with all these other rich people or the other people holding office. Everybody got them there is us over here.
Mm-hmm.
Understand, this is who we are. You say, well, we need to reach the people. Well, who do you think is talking? Who do you think is talking? It's us. We're over here, man.
Yeah.
You can save your money. Come talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
Let us make that decision. After all, we're the one to eat all the bull coming down, right? Whatever
Oh, yeah.
hits the rock bottom, we're eating it. So, hey, it's time to stand up and make a decision what you want to do. And that's what we have been practicing. And like I said, it's not easy.
No,
It's
I
not
think
easy.
people are waking up, and I think you're helping.
Yes, they
a
are,
lot.
and they really liked what the Taylors are standing for. When I told you we're not fighting anymore of anything, but I never said you couldn't do it when you go home.
Yeah, your works are self-evident in the community, though. It shows.
Exactly, and this is all we are asking for. And everybody tells me, Alan, what's your image? You must be wanting to run for something. Everybody tells me, I said, why in the heck do I want to run for anything? Because I'm trying to do this.
But you're getting it done without running.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. I'm doing it without any of that.
Yeah.
And yet, I'm just a common folk. That's all I am. I'm not. I don't have any military experience. I didn't go to the military. I don't even go to church. But I believe in my God, though. But yet we got churches following us because I am that guy. I'm just plain.
Yeah.
That's it. I am plain. And I'm not even my organization, I do not put my business up there. You never once see my business, as you just said. You've been following me, didn't know you own a business.
Well, I knew you had a business. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Because I don't advertise it. I don't do that. Here, I tell you, I don't put that out there. And I've been asked a number of times if I wanted to run for something. No. If I run for something, I just buried everybody that's been following me.
Right.
I'm not for sale. This organization is not for sale. Our soul is not for sale. We didn't get here by people buying us. We got here because we're forcing people to their feet to the fire to doing something they're supposed to do. You say you're going to do it, do it. That's all we ask. You don't have to show up for any of Taylor's stuff as long as you're doing your job. That's all we ask. Because I own a business. If I hire you, I want you to do what I want you to do all the work. I don't have to like you.
Right.
As long as you putting the job in, you don't have to like me. That's not what we're here to do. Organization, same way. We ain't got to like each other. We just got to tolerate each other. Understand what we're all here to do. We got somewhere we have to meet in the way. I mean, meet in the middle on something. And I can fix all that. I don't know. Can it be fixed? I don't know. How people feel about each other, I don't know.
Sounds like you're giving it one hell of a try.
Well, that's all I'm doing, and it may cost me more. But at least I know I died for something.
You get a clear conscience.
The
and a
community
good
does
heart.
appreciate it.
Counts.
Yeah.
And the community's a better place because of Taylor's organization.
Well, I appreciate that. I
We'll
hope
let
that
you guys know that.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate y'all coming in, doing the podcast. This has been enlightening because, I mean, I didn't know a whole lot about Taylor's, and now I know more than I did for sure.
Oh, we got our hands in a lot of other things to helping, as you were just mentioning. I was just shocked that you brought it up. Well, that's what we've been doing, but we don't get, you don't see us on TV because we are doing it. Just because we're not on TV don't mean we ain't out there doing something. We never asked to be on TV. We never asked to be paid. But one thing I like about us is whenever we show up for Walmart or something, wearing this, we get patted on the back, get our hands shook. They've been countless times we got our dinner bought for us, but I don't know who they are. They just want to buy our dinner. Yeah. Appreciate what we're doing. See, that comes from the heart, man.
Sure.
We're not asking for nothing, but damn it, that sure feel good. Mm-hmm. You see what they're doing for us and before feel good? That's how I feel when I give you a plaque.
I like it.
That's exactly what we're about. And I know I've been doing all the talking, so you guys got anything y'all want to say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say I'd love to come back, too, and talk about more specifics, like if we're doing different events, hopefully we're welcome back.
We're here all the time.
Okay.
You call me and you let me know when you want to do it. Me and Mark
He lives here.
Yeah.
And I'm only an hour away.
Yeah. Okay, not to plug a friend, but I've seen that you've done some UFO
I'd love to do some more UFO stuff.
Well, have you seen, what was that? Damn. Beyond the Tree Line? No. Man, I'm messing up the plug.
It's okay. We got time.
Beyond the Tree Line.
Yeah.
It is Beyond the Tree Line. But anyway, it's a friend of mine I grew up with, and he's getting quite a few followers now. He does podcasts as well.
What's his name?
Joe DeHoyas.
Joe DeHoyas. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He in the area?
Yeah. Yes. In fact, I don't know exactly where he's at right now. We were both from the north side of Houston, and where he went, I am not absolutely certain. But he travels everywhere. He likes to go out to the forest and
I'd love to have him on.
Hunt
That'd be great.
Bigfoot and and I'll get the proper name. I think it's Beyond the Tree Line.
Okay. Great.
Sounds interesting.
And I'd love to have. I mean, if you guys would like to come on even regularly, we can definitely get your information out there.
Okay, just talk about different topics of what's happening in the community.
Sure.
And,
see, you got sky's the limit here. You got the state level, you got the national level, you got every local election. Local chapters we got, and we got 18, 19.
Yeah.
You can come in anytime. I mean, they're talking about their community and what they're doing. So y'all got.
And that's what this thing's all about.
It's
anyway.
what it's about.
Helping the community. So let's do it.
And everybody thought we was all. I don't know. And this, in your opinion, what you just thought of the Taylors before this today, what did you actually thought?
I knew that you had a community organization. I knew y'all did good stuff, and I'd seen that you did some fundraisers, and I'd seen the plaques around, but I didn't know the extent of your penetration into the community. I know penetration's not a word.
We worry because it sounds like a lot of people sees us and they're intimidated or scared. They see a large group of people. There's a lot of us that have bikes. There are quite a few of us that have tattoos, and we wear cuts with patches, and we just look scary. We look like a big group of outlaws that But that's not us at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, why point it? Yeah. Yeah, that's not us at all, though. Yeah,
we're just
Right.
We are the people, but like I tell everybody, this ain't church. Church is on Sunday.
Yeah.
Taylor's organization is not a church group. I mean, we're making our thing happen. Remember, the people that's coming in here, I didn't make them this. There already was this person already. They said,
Right.
if they see you burning the flag, you're going to get in trouble. Because these are the ones going to run up and want to throw down with you. Okay, these are people here, and people that you get broke down on the side of the road, and you get them stopped and help the family out. Well, that's Taylor material. If you see people that's trying to donate money to help people, that's tailored material. Because people say, what kind of material? Who I need to be like? Who are you already? If you're already doing these things already, and if you got somebody beating up a woman or a child out there at the store or something, you get up there and kick the dog mess out, well, you're tailored material.
Yeah.
Because we are the red-blooded Americans here. I mean, that's who we are. And that's the whole deal of it. Over here, we're being ourselves. You ain't got to be nothing. Just like when you're running for office, you can't say that. You got to watch what you do. You got to watch how you dress. We don't give a damn. That's who we are. We are the people. We're just being us. Don't you want to see the real people, or you want to see fake people?
Yeah.
And just like you, we all have standards. If you see somebody, disrespecting a woman, you want to say something. Disrespecting an elder, you want to say something. At least I do. And I got to have this organization for me to say something, because I'm always taking care of the weak. Always defending the weak. Always got me in trouble, but I didn't matter. Whatever happened, I'll back it up again. I'm here for the help, whatever it is, because I have to sleep at night, people. If I see something and I know I didn't get out there and do something about it, it's another thing that I also tell us at the meetings. If you see something, say something. Call the law. Don't say, I don't want to get involved in it, man. Those are the ones we had. That's how we got here today, because people don't want to get involved.
Yeah, bullies are everywhere. They were at school. They're in your family. They're in the political. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
There's bullies everywhere that's bullying people, and the people that are scared to stand up is because they're by themselves.
Exactly.
But
right.
if you can join a group of people of like-minded people, now you got a group of people. Now you can have the courage to stand up to those bullies. That's not just meaning to go fight or something. That's only when necessary. It's stand up for yourself.
Does that
Stand
mean
up
we
for
can
your-
stand up to him now?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Two
He
against
seems
one.
to be pretty bulletproof. I mean,
That's why I tell them about the Junior Taylors.
oh yeah. In fact, our last national meeting, we have just enacted the Junior Tailors. So. Do we have an age limit on the youngest?
No, not yet.
There's not a younger,
Junior Taylors.
but up to 17. Anybody that's teenage or below. And there's, what do we have? I think it's 12 or 14 of them. We got a nice little patch, Junior Tailors.
Cool.
And there's a couple of them. They're even going to have cute little vests and the patches. And,
Cool.
Yeah.
What we're doing is they're going to be doing their first fundraiser here next month.
Okay.
And to donate money, to help raise money to donate for whether they choose to do it for.
Yeah.
We're going to let them guys understand, it's not, understand their age. Right now is the time we need to start getting in their head, understand
Definitely,
why in the
yeah.
world it's being the way it is. People seem to think, put those kids in sports and leave it alone. No, man, just bring them over here. Let them understand why we do what we do in our community. This is where it's at. Let
Sure.
them kids raise money, give the grown-ups food, and fix it. Let them feel good about what they're doing. Man, we may have our next president right there.
Yep.
He may want to feel good about doing it. Now they know what they're doing, other than playing on the phone, on video.
Right.
Get them out there and make them understand what our country's about.
And show how
they
easy-
are our future. They are our future.
Absolutely.
So we need to start with them now. And that's what we're doing.
And we show them how easy it is. It's very intimidating at first, whether
Yes.
it's kids. There's a lot of grown-ups too.
They
They're
don't
very
even know that
intimidated
either.
to try to do something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
And we have a lot of those type join us. And within months, next thing you know, that
They are the
they want an
strongest
officer
one.
position.
Yeah,
They're one
they're
of
the-
the
become
one of the
one of the
strongest
strongest
members. Yeah.
And they're excited. They didn't know this. They said, man, I just didn't know we can do something. Like, a lot of people don't know how to do it. We're here to teach you. And my biggest deal is I'm excited about the Junior Tailors.
Yeah,
We're going to
that's
shut
great.
down bullies in school too. That is what that patch is for. When they go in there, they see something, say something, go tell.
In
You
fact,
do
we-
not get in the middle of it. You go tell. This is what we're doing. When you see something, say something. Bring in the rest of the kids to want to come help. On the next fundraising, we may have more people come. They don't have to be members. Just come and help. Let this feel good. You see how it is for us when we do things, how we feel? How you think those kids are going to feel? This
Yeah.
is what we're trying to reach right
It's
now.
good. Yeah.
And they can see, they've been watching us, countless of them watches us already. Can't wait till they turn 18 to be one of us.
I'll bet they're excited.
Exactly. And they are. When we first
Yeah.
brought that up, man, they're all excited. And those, 12 or 16 kids we got are all over different schools because we live all over the place.
Yeah.
So they're all in their school district, and they're excited about it. I mean, they're junior tailors, but they're not physically members, but they're members, but they're not members, so to speak. They
Right.
still wear what we
Yeah,
are.
it's an organization under the umbrella.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
like it.
Exactly. So now they get to give back, and that's what the next meeting is going to be at the national meeting. I'm going to talk to them. You tell me what you guys want to. Y'all do your little homework and find out what money y'all want to raise to donate it to.
Yeah, how to raise it,
How to-
come
yes.
up with an idea.
Of course, we're going to be there to help them. We're going to be there
All the
along the
way.
way. We're not going to let them stand out there by themselves, of course. You know, we're going to stand off in the distance and watch them do their job. That's
Cool.
what we want. And, you know, some may take it, some may not. Maybe too young right now. Some of the older ones, they may take on with it. But we don't know until we try them.
It's great to expose them to the
Exactly. Least expose
the
them. There you go.
satisfaction of doing something with no expectation of anything in return.
Yes.
You know,
There
just
you go.
The goodness of your heart, and that does feel good.
It
to do
does.
Yeah,
something
it
for
yeah.
somebody.
So at the end of the day, that's what we're going to ask them. Well, look at here. Look what y'all have accomplished. Y'all done this. Y'all worked together. Y'all done this. We didn't help you. You did it along the way. We just guided you in the right direction. How do y'all feel now? This is what
you
we're
go.
trying to shoot for. Get them off the TV. Get them off the games. Get them off the phone. That's
yeah,
what we're
so
trying
some of
to
the
do.
greatest feelings that we have, it comes from that.
Yes.
From that type of stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
Sure.
You're
Exactly
most
right.
excited. The best feelings in life is whenever you do help somebody and they're so thankful, and I don't know, it's a blessing.
It is.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the adults when they live the lifestyle the way they did, hating the world. They did. I bring them over here. Now you don't have. Now they say, man, I don't want to do. Man, that stuff ain't cool. That ain't cool. And for it's over with, now it's cool.
Yeah.
They just have to see for themselves. Now, how you feel by the end of the day, guys? Look around. Look what people appreciating. You're giving it back. It's time to change your way of life.
There
Stop
you go.
hating in your sleep. Like I said 100 times, you'll sleep better. Stop hating because let it work itself out. Don't feed that beast anymore. And that's what I've been working on. And we got, like I said, we got a couple of big events coming up. We done a couple other big events. Of course, we didn't get on TV or nothing. You know, that's not why we do it. But everybody
Right.
in the community know we did it though with the group of what we're trying to accomplish. And that's why I go to bed at night smiling, knowing I accomplished something. If I reach one person, stop that hate. That one person, I know I've done something. That's
There you
what
go.
all I'm asking for. And that one person will carry on to many. That's what all I'm asking. That's all I'm shooting for. And believe me, you know, we had a lot of ups and downs. There's been countless of times I just want to just throw my hands up and just shut it down, just walk away. The world is just, it is what it is. I just can't do it no more.
That's with anything.
Yeah, and many times I go and sit and think about it, and it's too many people now depend on me now to keep us going like this, and I can't let it go. I have to stay with it.
There you go.
You know, much as I wanted this up and said I'm done, here, y'all can have this world off my shoulder and get it on y'all's. I'm done. I can only hold it up for so long. My back is killing me. You know, but now, you know, it's end of the day, and like I told you, it's worth it what we have done. It really is.
Well, we
And I'm
all
excited.
appreciate it for sure.
And I'm like, again, I appreciate you guys having us on here too, man. And that was
I
awesome.
appreciate hearing it too.
Yeah.
I know you've been asking me a couple of times, and I've been having so much going on.
It's the
and,
busy people you want to get on,
Yeah.
even if you got to
Yeah.
wait a while.
Well, you just keep on doing what y'all doing, man. I'm proud of what y'all are doing
There you
as
go.
well.
All right. Well, guys, you heard it here. So Taylor's organization is a great deal. Go find them on Facebook. Take a look, see what you can discover. If you see them out in public, shake their hand.
Absolutely.
Buy them a
Always.
meal. Do something good for these guys because they're taking it to the street for the community, and we all appreciate it.
Yes.
Well, guys, what we got coming up Saturday, we got Jennifer Durbin back in, and she's going to talk a little bit about her business and some other stuff she's had going on. I look forward to seeing her. It's been a while since she's been on. And also Saturday evening, we've got a few teachers that are coming down from Fort Worth, Texas.
Teachers and ex-teachers from Mansfield, Texas.
Mansfield,
Which
Texas.
is near Fort Worth, and they've got some issues they're dealing with on a local level, and we'll get into all that.
That's right. And that's going to be a really interesting podcast. So we look forward to seeing you. If you subscribe to the channel, awesome. If you haven't, awesome. We'll get through it anyway. But we'll see you in the next one, guys, and we'll be out.
Thank you.